If Love and Gogi is wrong, I don't want to be right.
What would Socrates say to that?
It tickles my fancy.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Goosies.
I don't have hair.
Oof.
You got Marcos.
That's not.
Wait.
Yeah,
That's true. You do got me. Get over here, Marcos. Let me look at you.
They
don't want it.
Tobin and Leroy, ready to deploy. Had to hit it with a little journalism, but that was a decoy. Better have about me, boy. Okay. Leroy and Tobin, hold to the show, man. Still to the stars with the show, and till then his half moon open. Some taco tastes like a snowman. No proof I'm a lie about a motive. No proof. Like I always wanted him, I never hated him, I never traded him, and if I did, I never ever traded him. You know what is this? Like under the city, the driver's side floor. Gucci a large, so many more. 10 in the more, never a bar. 8, 10 in the more, 2 to the P. Nothing to you, but it's something to me. Handsome as ever and cute as can be. You can watch us on YouTube with view for free. Ay. This one time for the Twitch. This one time for the text. This one time for the phone line. Whole time wondering what they gonna do next.
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
Morning.
How's everybody doing out there today? A lot better than Tony Romo, huh?
What happened? Oh,
I
because
mean,
he loves
that
the
dude-
Bills so much.
He loves Josh Allen and the Bills. So do you feel like he goes home to Mrs. Romo and he goes, "Hey, honey." He goes, "What's wrong, Anthony?" 0-6, old Josh Allen and the Bills. But it's not his fault, honey. It's always on the defense. That guy loves Josh Allen more than some people love their children. He loves Josh Allen.
Listen,
it's really annoying.
We've seen this before, and we said the same things about him, and you just hope he gets on a stretch where he doesn't do what he normally does, and that is Brett Favre. Every playoff, we just knew Brett Favre was going to give the other team one that cost him the game, but he was so damn good that you couldn't replace him. So Josh Allen does it every game.
But like Tony Romo doesn't see this. He doesn't care. He'll tell you why an interception that Josh Allen threw was great. He's like, "Oh, Jim, that's just what you want from him. You want him to be him and throw the football." And he just kept talking about Jim.
Jim want to look over and say, "No, Tony. I think Buffalo Bills fans would prefer if he threw it to the guys in white."
Like there was a point where the Buffalo Bills just kept rolling down and just kept like the Eagles couldn't stop them running the football,
and they kept trying to make Josh Allen be the reason why they win.
And Tony Romo's like, "No, Jim, no, you got to give him 2 cracks." He goes, "Oh, yeah. Tony, seems like they're running pretty good. I'm telling you, Jim, 2 cracks." And like Josh Allen throws the football, his receiver's not even looking. Hilarious. The Bills, and then the Eagles, they can't be stopped. And
you can't, I can't. And the crazy thing is you watching the game, and at no point in time did you ever think that Buffalo was going to run away with it, because we've watched this game for the last 4 weeks with Philly.
Well, everybody's darling is 6-6, a 500 mid-ass team. 3 games behind the Miami Dolphins for first place.
Holy smokes.
Daddy loves you guys.
Wow. Goosies. The New York Jets have a quarterback who threw what can only be described as the worst Hail Mary of all time.
Oh, my goodness.
99 yards the other way. The Dolphins were like, Tua just like lost his mind for 60 seconds. He goes, "Man, pick 6 and then another pick." And then Tim Boyle's like, "Watch this, dude." Throws it up to the snowman for 99 yards. Amazing.
Dude, can I tell you, I don't care how athletic you are, 99 yards on the football field is far.
Yeah.
So I bet you could tell when he got towards the last 20 yards, he was just like,
Had to be. But once you saw Christian Wilkins blow up Breece Hall, you're like, "Come on, you got to get this done." And then all that was standing between him and the end zone was Tim Boyle. And you knew Tim Boyle wasn't going to stop him.
It's pretty amazing, because how many people watch that and we're praying that he could make it 99 yards because it was the last play. And how many people like me were looking at Christian Wilkins going, why is he able to keep up? Right? Like
he killed that guy.
Come on. He's like, come on, follow me. I'm like, where, dude?
Christian Wilkins just thought of this as like, oh, football, I can maul somebody some more.
Right.
This is great.
It's unbelievable because guess what? I tell you what, who ain't gonna go all the way down that field? Seal him on up. No, you got it. Go ahead. You know what? The only thing I could say bad about that game, and I've told you this before, I am starting to. I think they need to look in the shoes that these guys wear, right? And
you think it's the shoes because everybody's blaming the turf,
but it's a combination of both. Okay, when you have round spikes or nubs on the bottom of your shoes, okay, and you get your leg hit, your foot will still turn, right? But when you have the flat ones, it creates more traction, almost like you know what the bottom of a baseball cleat looks like.
Yeah,
that's how they make football shoes now. So they're not the standard like just regular cleats. They have plastic bottoms like those of baseball shoes.
But I will say though, like you have Mostert coming out, he hates that field. Everybody seems to hate that field in particular. Yeah. They hate it. They say it's trash. There's been an exorbitant amount of injuries on their turf specifically. So there's something about that place. And if you guys Jaelan Phillips done for the year, he tore his Achilles. Obviously Aaron Rodgers is, trying to miracle work. By the way, that was really gross, that graphic they threw up of him fixing his Achilles. Don't do that again, Amazon. Too much.
What happened?
They threw up this graphic of like showing his procedure. Like, well, he had an aggressive Achilles repair, and then like they showed us like they basically put like barbed wire almost looked like through his Achilles to like really tighten it. I was like, too much. I don't need that. This is not med school class. Too much, Amazon on a Black Friday. I'm just trying to watch them. Was that gross you out, Frog Boy?
That was bad. I'm not a fan.
It was almost when they showed the comeback of Alex Smith.
Yeah, I was just like,
I'm like, oh,
they got me recently with the Jordan Travis, the picture. Like enough of that. I can't deal with that stuff.
Right. Like I don't know why people think that's good content. Right. Like I'm like, turn away.
Yeah, it was too much for their med school class put on by Al Michaels. No, thank you.
Don't get me started on Al Michaels.
Why? What's wrong with it?
Come on, man. That Javon Holland call was brutal, dude.
He's nailed it.
Man.
Imagine Harlan calling that.
He would have killed that, bro.
Oh, I know, dude. I know. Al Michaels.
I mean, the thing about Harlan is he would have mentioned Christian Wilkins. And why is a big fella able to keep up? Definitely. And look at him leading the way. And he's, it was like,
And the thing with Herb Street's not going to step on his toes because Herb Street, he's very polite. He's just very polite to the old. He's to Lou Holtz and Lee Corso and now Al Michaels. He's just very nice to the old.
Right.
So he's not going to say anything. But yeah, Harlan would have killed that call. I will say, though, Al Michaels did tell a doozy of a story about Mike McDaniel meeting his wife.
Oh, I did hear about that. Even Stephen Ross didn't know that.
He apparently, this was back in the UFL, where like some guy's like, yeah, Mike, you got any advice on how I can, stay with the team? And he goes, Mike McDaniel, apparently they were out. And he goes, yeah, stop dancing with that lady. And so he cuts on in. 4 years later, Mike McDaniel and Mrs. McDaniel together.
Wow.
I kind of like it. He knows what he wants.
That sounds, you know what? And it sounds like probably the way he told it, he will never have to own up to it. No, I was kidding. No, come on.
It's a little jokey joke, baby.
Yeah. Yep. That's Tobin at his best. That's what that was.
It's a little jokey joke, baby. Yeah, but that Jets team, woof.
Dude, how to ruin a good defense, huh?
Wow. I mean,
3 and out. The defense comes on the field looking back again. again.
Yeah,
Like,
I
how's
mean,
it?
he played a good game.
You got to be kidding me with that Tim Boyle though. Like that one point, was it true that he said in the interview he was like, I don't even know why. Like my college stats were bad at UConn. This guy basically. I've never been. I don't know why you have me out here. I just look like somebody who could be a backup quarterback, but I'm terrible. Just when you thought that Zach Wilson was the worst thing that you could put out there, nope. Old Tim Boyle.
The replacement admitted to being terrible.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing here.
Look,
I'm just a company guy. I'm good in QB meetings.
You know what that is? That's what I try to steer you guys away from, right? I don't care. It's got to be better. No, it doesn't. Those guys are with these players every day. And you best believe when they go into that quarterback room, right, they're thinking and they're looking around and they're going, who's our best choice? Zach Wilson. Right? Well, let's give the other guy a shot. That's what Tobin said. Yeah, let's give it. How could it be any worse? It was.
It was way worse.
Right. So, like,
incredible.
It is one of those situations where it's unfortunate that the guy you put a lot of, stock in and guy that you thought was going to help your team tremendously gets hurt in the first series of the game, right? That's an unfortunate thing. The thing I would say about a lot of teams, though, is that the infrastructure is set so that they can still have some success. Cleveland lost a running back and a quarterback. They were still able to win games. Now it looked terrible yesterday, but whole nother story, right? When you look at what San Francisco is a true testament to this, right? Is that they've had quarterbacks in and out, but the infrastructure is set where they can run the ball, do all their little trick plays or whatever, get the ball to Debo Samuels, and Kittles, and still be,
We'll give the Dolphins credit for that too. I mean, the Dolphins are about they're about to go through their 9th offensive line this season,
right?
With Armstead out again, and
two has been pretty clean, right?
Yeah.
So when you look at the Jets, yeah, it's unfortunate that they lost Aaron Rodgers, but how much success would they really have had with that offensive line?
I mean, he was running for his life 2 plays into the season,
right? That's my point. So while you brought a guy in to save it, most of the teams that have success, the infrastructure is a lot better and gives you a chance to succeed, even if one of your big time players are out.
Bro, I can't believe the Dolphins have this kind of AFC East lead. This is insane. The to be at this point, and not only that, but the Bills got the Chiefs and the Cowboys coming up the next couple of weeks.
Right.
Dolphins. Dude, you're in the catbird seat. All you got to do is not screw the pooch.
2 of them.
But
what do you mean?
Are we bigger picture here now? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a matter of screwing the pooch for the division. Now it's about, setting yourself up, to make a run and be good enough to make a run in the playoffs. Right? So when you talking about screwing the pooch, you have lowered your expectations because you're just talking about division. Right now, I'm looking at it now as the division is taken care of. Now we get ourselves and get our team ready to make a run, right? So just assume you're going to right now, the way it sits, you're going to be the AFC East champs. So you're going to have a home game.
Yep.
Right now you're working on trying to go get as far along as you can, right? Which is crazy.
You want to? Should we look up the schedule? Should we do that? So when that's a loss for the rest of the season. I mean, I think we should probably take a look. I mean, you're the one who wants to look ahead. I mean, maybe we should probably take a little.
Let me just say why I'm not doing that.
Like, it kind of feels like we're doing that. We're doing the same thing. I mean, we're quibbling.
There was a bunch of people in this world who never thought that Denver would beat Cleveland.
Well, there's one guy who did.
Who picked Denver? You did.
Frog Boy.
Oh, what's that?
Denver's been rolling.
Which brings us to our
Well, we're at the end of the segment, so we got to take a break.
All right.
Yeah.
Back with more for this.
WQAM broadcasting
Welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you. 560 WQAM. A Riptide, world famous concert is happening this weekend on Fort Lauderdale. Today is the last day for our Black Friday sale. Use the code Black Friday and you can get $40 off 2-day tickets and $20 off single-day tickets, excluding Sunday Draw Mission tickets. The full lineup has been announced: Black Keys, Jelly Roll, Bleachers, Young the Giant, Dirty Head, Sublime with Rome, and more. Go to riptidemusicfestival.com. Use the code Black Friday and get a discount on tickets. The Riptide Music Festival is powered by Ford and sponsored by Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, which I was doing a little action this weekend. I did go with my Craycraft anytime touchdown. That did not come through. He's gonna get one soon. He's gonna get one soon.
Watching the game, waiting for Craycraft. Like he's not even coming in. Dude.
He's gonna sneak in there one time, and there's gonna be Craycraft, and I'm gonna be collected at 9-1. I'm gonna be. Trust me, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, dude.
Man, I had myself a weekend.
How was it?
Whew. Let me tell you. Well, one of the most impressive things, and you know how I feel about this. 8 minutes left to go in the game. Michigan's got a 3-point lead, and they ran the ball down the field and ate up 6.5 minutes. It was just at that moment in time, knowing what you're going to do was incredible. And then
Nobody loves 8 straight handoffs more than Leroy Hoard.
Well, in that game, because you know what? You can say what you want about football and where football is and blah, 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 blah. If you're able to run the ball 8 straight times against any team, that's saying a lot about your team. Because they know you're running it. They know you're running it. They know you're trying to eat up clock and still can't stop it. Unbelievable.
So what did you do for peacocking?
Well, there's a couple of my friends. Huh?
Who got it first?
My friend up in Palm Beach. Crazy thing, he's also a Browns fan, and we used to, when I go up to see the Browns, I try to time it up when he's up there too. We go to a Dolphins game together, just stuff like that. But he's a big Ohio State fan, and so I gave him a shout out first. Me and KB went at it. I haven't called Robert yet. I want to let him know. He knows it's coming. He knows it's coming.
You haven't called him yet? Why?
No, because he know. He know.
So what, you think he's just going to send you to he's going to send you to voicemail immediately?
No, he's not. He's not going to send me to voicemail. But I told all of them. I said, Michigan is a very disciplined team on defense. They're going to be where they're supposed to be. And if you beat them, it's going to be mano y mano, right? I get that. It's happened in the past. When Michigan has had problems with Ohio State, it's always been about that quarterback creating off-schedule plays, running the football. And think back, all those quarterbacks who had those abilities destroyed Michigan because they made plays with their legs, they extended plays or whatever. Well, that quarterback they got ain't that dude. He just standing there. So, all right, we can work with this. So, yeah, it was an awesome game. It's one of those games that even at the end, you couldn't just and I want to thank you, University of Miami, for scarring me, because now I think every team could do that. And I'm watching that game at the end like on pins and needles.
Right? Oh, about the kneeling?
No, about being able to go right down the field and score.
No, I understand. Yeah,
so
well, listen, terrified. We'll always be left with this season. The Canes finished up with a handling of Boston College, 45-20. Finished 7-5 in the regular season.
The last 3 weeks were their best weeks of the season, I think. The last 3 weeks, as far as how they played, maybe it was TBD being healthier. But the last 3 weeks that they played,
let's not forget about him blowing the end of FSU.
Damage is done, my friend.
Let's not just eradicate that from our minds.
I mean, but look, being in those games, competing, and having a chance, right? Like there's no team that was on your schedule where you should not have had a chance. I don't mean win them all, but some of those games were just straight up ugly, right?
Yeah, they were terrible to watch. You know, I definitely think we've seen where the progress has been made with the team, and that certainly was on that defensive on the defensive side, and especially on the offensive line. But
Hey,
no,
Darth
I
Vader,
mean,
why don't you take a break?
yeah, what do you got going on there, frog boy?
What do I have going on there?
I don't know.
Yeah, it
You're
sound
like
like
breathing.
you sound like you brought Darth Vader into the con.
My mic was off though.
I'm not sure about that. You did
All right.
something.
You
did
know,
something.
that's my fault. I'll fix it.
He has a 3-0 week. He thinks he can just do whatever he wants on the radio show.
No, it means he is safe. So you already lost?
Yeah, I
already
lost.
lost?
Over.
Because JFig
I
got
lost.
the tie.
As soon as Buffalo hit the field goal in overtime, I couldn't do anything. I was done.
All you
I
could
was
do is
like,
tie. You tied, right? Or was it 3.5?
No, because they don't need to kick the extra point. It's over.
I didn't know that. I saw that you wrote that, like, you were done. But
As soon as they scored the field goal, I know I was done. I needed Buffalo not to score, and I needed the Eagles to win by 6.
So the point spread was 6.
No, the point
No, it
was
was
3.5.
Oh, 3.5.
Field goal
See, I looked at the thing after the game and it said it was down to 3. So that's why I thought you had it.
The only one who came through for me, Mac Jones. He never fails me. Mac Jones will never fail you. If you just bet against the Patriots, you're good there. That's the only one that came through for me this week.
How are they so bad?
I might have an
That'd be-
0-3 week.
You might,
It
but
don't-
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You're safe. You're
Leroy,
safe, and you'll
you're-
finish in first place.
When it's done, you're only gonna have a 1-game lead over us.
Don't
What's up?
matter. See, you trying to win.
You
I'm
started
trying not to come in
5-1,
last.
Bro, you started 5-1.
That's
One more week, I would have caught you.
Oh yeah. Well, you have another week, but
December starts. December's
December
coming.
starts this week.
What a good day it was. I knew the gambling gods were on my side yesterday when Robbie walked up to the sound booth at the Improv. I was like, "Oh, this is gonna go well. This is gonna go well for me."
Surprised that he went to the Improv and he wasn't just knee deep in Red Zone channel.
I tell you what, he's a different man. He doesn't even wear Crocs anymore.
All
He's
right.
changed.
I saw that you had that in that picture you sent us. I still don't believe it. I feel like it's Photoshop.
Dude,
Yeah, I don't believe
we
it.
went to where do we go to? Not Dave and Buster's. We went to one of those little game rooms or whatever.
It was the
He
Yelich
took it-
event.
He took his shoes off so he could get better grip to play Papa Shot.
Yeah,
That Robbie is never leaving.
He wore his Crocs down to the nub. I got him Crocs for Christmas the next Christmas because I was like, it's too dangerous to have Crocs with no grip in the Sunshine State because too much
Slip and
moisture,
slide.
too much rain. Yeah, it's dangerous.
The hazard.
But no, he would take them off like and play barefooted just so he'd have better grip. What a guy.
What a legend.
Pretty crazy. But yeah, man, get back to the Dolphins. Did you guys see McCochin chirping at the Jets fan?
Oh, I did see that. Okay, look, this is what I was thinking. If that was like Nick Sirianni or any other coach, I would have been like, look at this guy. But the fact that it was McDaniel, I loved every second.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. Everything he does
You have
is
to listen. You have to you have to give it back to him, right? I've had circumstances, and
especially
situations.
when you're up 21 and they're chirping at you.
They can't chirp at their team.
Apparently what happened, so Mike McDaniel is sitting by the space heater because he's cold. And they're like, "Oh, what are you, cold out there, McDaniel, you four-eyes loser?" And he's just like, "Yeah, I'm cold. And I'm winning." Boxed in.
Hey. He should have said, "I don't have the team that's cold."
I don't have Tim Boyle. I think the Jets would have been better off with an actual snowman actually at quarterback than they would have Tim Boyle. Just have him stand back there. Brees Hall takes the ball right from the snowman, and they'd have a more productive day. One of the linemen has to go push the snowman as they move up, That would have been better off than having Tim Boyle out there doing whatever the hell he was doing.
Classic.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
I did like the.
Who was the or there was another quarterback that came in and played that was talking much trash. Who was it? What team? Oh, I can't think of it. I'll think of it. But it was his first start, and he was like, "Hey," and they got destroyed. But
well, I don't know. I know that the Giants fans loving Tommy DeVito. Like it's like they bring like the entire DeVito family is like the Jersey Shore reunion. They're all doing this. Hey, hey. He comes out to the Sopranos theme and like, I'm Tommy DeVito. I'm gonna put up 7 points, but thankfully Mac Jones is on the other side, and that's all I need. That's
so great. That's all his numbers too, because I saw the celebration.
Here we go.
But
Michigan didn't start winning until they started cheating 2 years ago, and that's a fact.
You know, he's not wrong.
It,
to arrest.
You know the difference between a player and you clowns are, right? Is that just because you know what's coming, don't mean you could stop it.
Says
that's why I said one of my most impressive things was the fact that they ran the ball 8 straight times. And Ohio State knew it was coming and couldn't stop it. So what do you have to say about that?
I say that you guys still cheated, and saying that you know what's coming is a very convenient thing that a cheater would say. But you still win. So, like, listen, the Patriots said here was 6 rings. They cheated. Now they sit here with Mac Jones.
All right. I got you.
Karma will catch up. You guys will eventually have a Mac Jones at quarterback. The rent will be due, as Robbie says.
Yeah. No, believe me, I know. But for right now, now.
All right. We'll take a quick. When we come back, it's not a common thing that we have a disgruntled Heat player very public with his frustrations. And we'll tell you about this. Our sweetener, he's not happy. And he has let it be known to Serbian media that he's not happy with his role on the Heat. That's next. Welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Fall sports season is here. So is our Dave & Buster's gift card giveaway. We got your chance to win a $250 gift card from Dave & Buster's. To watch it all, enter online, WQAM's contest page. Submit your entry to win. And if you do, you can go to Dave & Buster's in Hollywood with your gift card. Spend the day watching your favorite teams on us. Dave & Buster's. Eat, drink, play, watch sports. Dave & Buster's in Hollywood. Do have some NFL news. Frank Reich fired as Carolina Panthers head coach.
Yeah, good luck with
Yep.
that.
Oof.
You know what we call that? The cycle. You know about it here.
Photo.
I know about it in Cleveland. The cycle. You think it's all about the coaching. You got some bum players. You need to fix that.
Yeah, I would say you got like this David. You didn't know, like first year with the tiny number 1 overall quarterback, like gonna need some time.
Well, here's the other problem. That it's been said that everybody else in the organization wanted CJ Stroud, and the owner wanted the quarterback. Quarterback they took.
Sure.
You can fire everybody. You still stuck with that.
But I also think, like, hey, maybe you should give it some time. I know it's going to be harder to watch because you look like, if that is true, you look like an idiot right now. But we have seen it turn around. We have seen it. You look at Tua, Justin Herbert right now. You have seen it turn around in the right situation. You just have to be, you have to be able to withstand the laughter.
Well, the difference
right now everybody's mocking you with what's going on.
The difference here was that the turnaround had started, right? Even without Tua, the turnaround had started where they were building something.
Not really, dude. They won 3 games at the end of the season with Ryan Fitzpatrick leading the team in rushing. No, it hadn't.
No, but I'm talking about as far as they weren't 2-10, dude.
Dude, their comeback of the year when they drafted Tua, they were one of the worst teams in the league.
I know, but I'm saying when you talk
like
about when you talk about drafting, I'm talking about when you talk about a guy drafting top 5, right? And you bring him in, you're expecting him to be a part of that turnaround. They started turning it around, and he really wasn't.
He was thrown to Isaiah Ford that first season.
But I'm saying the two situations are different in that the Dolphins were never 2-10. So you could have been more patient for whatever reason. It didn't work out. Okay, the different circumstances, but I'm just saying this is a situation where the Carolina Panthers are 2-10, partly due for your first overrulement as an owner. So firing everybody ain't gonna fix that.
He's lashing out is what he's doing.
Yeah, pretty much.
For the record, they're 1-10, not 2-10.
Oh, sorry. I gave him an extra win.
You gave him an extra win.
Makes it even worse.
Speaking of young guys who are not having the season they probably thought they would, Nikola Jović. Now, Nikola Jović has not gotten a lot of action this year. I think he's gotten real action in like 3 games. He was at one point in the G League. They bring him back up. The Heat were really banged up for the final game of this road trip. No Bam, no Jimmy, no Duncan. They already don't have Tyler. So finally, after half the roster's out, they bring up Jović for a little stint. And wasn't great. Looked a little lost out there. He did do his thing where he grabs the rebound, goes really fast, and then dished out some sweet ass assists. I think he had like 5 assists in his time out there, but he was like 0 of 3, finished with 1 point, didn't have a bucket.
What do you mean by lost? You mean defensively, offensively, or just like in general?
Defensively lost. Yeah, he looked defensively lost.
That's the first rule of Heat basketball.
Yeah,
you get on the floor defensively first.
Still, after all this time, I felt like that's what we've been talking about for years with him, where he's just defensively not up to par, and still he just looks lost.
I mean, it's the second year.
It's the second year.
It's at least a decade and a half. I think we've been talking about this guy not getting it.
So. This started making the rounds yesterday where Jović apparently spoke to some Serbian media. And now I just threw this into Google Translate. Do with it what you will. It was such Serbian media that I couldn't even like do the website where I could press translate. It wouldn't let me do that. I had to go to Google Translate, copy and paste the puppy in there to get some quotes. So again,
journalism.
Boots on the gram. Yeah, take it for what it is. I'm just like, there is probably something that's lost in translation, maybe, but he's not happy. He's not happy with how things are going. He doesn't think the team's using him right. And this is what he had to say to, let me get the outlet's name here. I think it was Max Bet. And apparently spoke with him after the Nets game. And he said, of this season, it's not easy. It's really not easy. It's harder for me than even last year. I kind of feel like I can play and I deserve it. They think I'm not ready, and I totally understand. There's nothing there. I don't know where this is going. All I'm trying to do is be on the court as much as possible. Somehow, even when I'm playing, I feel like I'm being misused. I hope that some things will change. I will continue to work. I really support everything they do for me, and it will get better for sure, Nikola said with sadness in his voice. He also says, I know I can play several positions and in several ways, but they simply seem to be trying to limit me in some way. I'm really coping and trying to make the best of this, but it's not easy. It's really not easy.
Damn.
Well, it's basically he's saying, which I've said, I go on the court. You telling me I can't play better than 4 other guys on this floor? I mean, that's basically what he's saying. But they want him to play a specific way, and he's probably not accustomed to that. He's not accustomed to being a guy who's in there for a specific role.
He also was asked about the playing at the 5 because the Heat essentially had him in the G League playing center. He says, I didn't expect it, but here it is. It seems the only thing I could have expected is that I will have to think about it a lot more in the future. He also said that he insisted on going to the G League to get some playing time. He says, I insisted. There's no point sitting out the whole season after a good summer, even in the G League. But there I play the 5 position. Somehow there's no way out for me right now. I still don't see the light at the end of the tunnel, but I'm sure it will be there. Again, I'm translating this on Google. It's a Serbian outlet. I'm sure there's some stuff that's misconstrued there, but let's just take it from the theme. He doesn't like the way he's being used. He's not a center, which, by the way, Jimmy Butler said, I don't know if you guys saw
Stop
this.
playing him at the 5. He ain't no 5.
Playing him at the 5. He says he's not a 5. Your best player is telling you he ain't a 5. He's telling you he ain't a 5.
Right.
And so I feel like that's got to carry some weight. Jimmy Butler traveled to Kenosha, Wisconsin to watch him in the G League courtside, which that's a good friend. I wouldn't go to Kenosha, Wisconsin.
I mean, look,
many people.
He can play, right? He can play.
I think he can play.
And I just think it's a perfect spot for a team that plays positionless basketball that all of a sudden is playing position basketball with him. Right? That's the weird thing.
Well, it's just one of these things with him. Like, I think that he just got to know sometimes. Not everybody's Bam. You know, Bam wasn't happy playing the way that he did as a rookie, where it was be tenacious on defense, go get rebounds, and that's your job. And he did it, wasn't pleased about it, but didn't give voice to it. And you're Hassan Whiteside's backup, go be really balls to the wall, play hard. And they're not the same player. They're not the same player. They're not the same player. And it's just, you kind of get spoiled with that. You're thinking everybody's going to be that. And I think this is probably odd for the Heat because we don't hear a lot of people, especially young players, speak out about how the Heat are using them. It's not a common thing. It's not a common thing. Now you also have on the other element to it, he's also saying this to a foreign media outlet, which the Heat don't have a lot of foreign players. Like they don't take guys who aren't from here. That's also a new thing that the Heat were doing with taking Nikola Jović. But you can the guy played and started for the silver medal team in FIBA. you can't tell me that you need all of your bodies to be out before you even think about going to him. It's just, it just feels like a guy who is, and you can just see, I guess, in the way that he played, which is also tough. He has to play in this game with none of the best players. You're already getting the snot kicked out of you. And you can tell like he doesn't have that same bounce to his step that he did in the preseason, that he did in the summer. It's like, well, why would he? Like, he doesn't get to play with Bam. He doesn't get to play with Jimmy. He doesn't get to play with any other guys like Jaquez does.
Right. I would say this also is that one of the biggest support, the most support you can have is from other players. So if you put Jović in there with Jimmy or Bam, they'll make sure he's doing the right thing because they want him in there. And that always goes unnoticed. Like, it's the same thing in football. If a team likes a running back, they'll put forth that extra effort, the players on the field, to make sure he can get some success. That's just the way it is. That's the nature of, in a lot of cases, your teammates will lobby for you to play more than a coach or anybody else. And then the coach will say, okay, well, you make sure he's doing the right thing. I'm not mad at him, right? I'm not mad at him. He didn't say anything that was inaccurate, right? He really didn't.
That's all you called Spo a bum.
But I believe that with especially the struggles with length at times on this team, I would say Jimmy, we want this guy to play. Get him right. Right.
Well, they don't though. Like that's the thing.
I know.
It doesn't seem like they do have interest in having him play, and they're like, "Oh, well, how is he going to play?" You can take Thomas Bryant's job, which, yeah, I mean, he was bad in that last game too. And I also didn't understand why Orlando Robinson was in the G League this last game either. That didn't seem to make a whole lot of sense. He had come out to this great Cleveland performance, and they're like, "All right, see you, dude. Go to Sioux Falls." I was like, "Wait, what? He was good. Why are people getting sent to Sioux Falls? Are we going for the Sioux Falls Cup?"
Oh,
I don't understand what's going on there. It's very weird to me, but I don't know. This Serbian media sneaking in there, getting true feelings, Look at you, Nikola, making excuses. Oh, playing out of position. Jaime is not playing out of position. You know what his position is? Baller.
Getting heckled at home.
You don't understand, Mama. Jaime, he got extra time. Oh, did he? Where did he get that extra time? In college. Education comes first. That's what I told you from start. Should have taken offer from Rick Pitino. Oh, Mama, he's worse. He's coaching St. John's now. Tell that to Jaime, who's out here buckets all time. I don't like this. Well, I don't know. Who knows?
El Boris say Mama is mean.
She knows Rick Pitino too.
Yeah.
Seems to me I know where you get all those muscles, Nico. Where, Mama? Cranking up excuse machine. That's where. Jesus. They're exposed to the top 15 coach all time. Okay, he's coach LeBron, Jimmy Butler, Dwayne Wade, and you're sitting here. Oh, he doesn't know how to use me. Maybe you ever think about how you could use him to be better player.
Are you saying Babushka is on Spo's side? She's siding with Spo?
Having a parent-teacher meeting, they both turned against him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, man. We'll take a quick break. Hour two coming up next.
Our Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua. It's our Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Tonga Valoa. Not
Tua Tagovailoa.
A for effort. Dolphins quarterback.
Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua.
Tua.
Tua, Tua, Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Can go to hell. Tua Tagovailoa. Dolphins quarterback.
Daddy loves you guys.
Our Tua with Tobin and Leroy.
Check the history of food.
Our Tua the Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM, taking you up until 2 here on the program. Let's get to some headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Supercenter. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks. I'm painting one of these trucks in Michigan.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like an old man with the model cars.
Yeah.
Put on like all those magnifying glasses. Be like, I gotta get
Yeah.
detail.
Yeah. Dude, how early? Let me ask you a question. Have you gotten your Christmas tree yet?
Oh, it's up. Yeah.
Oh my God. So we go get our Christmas tree on Wednesday because everybody's going on a cruise. Right?
Yep.
And so it's just me, Mel, Rebecca, and Mima's babysitting, watching their house to watch the dog. So we go get the tree. We put on, I'm telling you, Zeus is circling it. He wants to pee on it. So now we got to put it up, right?
But you got to put a gate around it?
No, you put it on one of those little circle tables. You put it up on top of it. He can't reach it. But he circles it constantly.
How tall is the tree?
About 8 feet.
So now it's 10. You got a basketball hoop in there now with this on the table?
Pretty much. So it's like, one of those little round, like little tables. It's about maybe 2.5 feet off the ground. And you put the tree up there. And then you put all the gifts underneath it or whatever, We've been doing it for a couple of years because, Zeus thinks that it's terrible. I can never bring him to work. He wants everything. So we got it on Wednesday, right? And then I had to leave and go get something. You know what I had to go get because we wasn't eating. We went to a restaurant so we could go get Mima, so she wasn't by herself. But I'm assuming where we ain't, they ain't gonna have no sweet potato pie. So you best believe I went and bought a sweet potato pie.
Have to.
Other than that, that was it. That was it. We didn't pretty much do nothing. We just chill, watched a lot of football, and that was it.
Jalen Ramsey said, I've been watching football all day. Still haven't seen a play like Javon Holland's play from Friday. 99-yard interception return, changed the game right before the half. He deserves player of the week. He's not wrong, but
yeah, for sure.
He's also damn near in on every tackle.
Yep.
He is he had just an incredible play. It was awesome to watch that. It was also hilarious to laugh at the Jets. It had it all. I mean, it just had it all, that play. I did like the fact that, did you like the Dolphins run game was on point in this one? I think that they really got back to that.
I think one of the things that was most impressive about what they did was they had a nice combination of keeping the defense, on their heels, whether it was run or pass, inside run, outside run. They had a nice mix because the last thing you want is those guys just pinning their ears back and rushing to it. Like you can't put yourself in that situation, but they kept them on their heels a little bit, ran them around a lot with, the outside runs and stuff like that, and kind of broke them down over a period of a game.
Yeah, like I just think the only thing you could really quibble with that performance with the Dolphins is the 60 seconds where they gave the football back to the Jets, one of them being a pick six.
Right.
Tua's got to take better care of the football. That goes back and really the team as a whole has to take better care of the football because they feel like when they take care of the football, they're going to go and throw points up on the board. That's usually the only thing that's going to stop them. But also him going back after the pick six and still airing it out. I mean, like that's a McCoach's special. He's going to have his quarterback stay aggressive.
Right.
I think a lot of coaches probably would have taken the pick six, been like, all right, we're getting the ball back after the half. Let's ease it in. Now, that being said, worked out because the Dolphins ended up getting a pick six anyway back. So in a way, it worked out for the Dolphins. I'm just saying it was,
because Boyle, that's why.
Oh, Tim Boyle, what a guy! What a guy!
He had no arm strength. That ball petered out right at about the one.
Nope. It was I mean, when you have Javon Holland saying, listen, this is just like my punt returning days. I'm like, oh boy.
Yeah. Not for nothing. There is one person who said Javon Holland was going to be a player. Maurice Jones-Drew. And we had him on, and all he did was rave about Javon Holland.
Yep. And he's been awesome. He is.
Hey, by the way, Al Mackey. He just messaged. Oh, he goes, it's a tree. He's supposed to pee on it, dum-dum. Not in.
Well, he's not wrong. I mean, if a dog sees a tree inside, he's gonna pee on it.
Do your
especially
dogs, does Sonny Bunny pee on the tree?
No, we have a fake tree. I mean,
it don't matter. They don't know the difference.
Yeah, they absolutely do. It's all about smells, dude. Why would a dog want to pee on a fake tree?
Maybe my dog is not as smart because he pees on anything upright.
Well, look, your dog is the size of a moose. So
all he want to do is pee and play, right?
I mean, oh my God. You better listen. If you ever go to Leroy's house, you better warm your arm up because Zoo's gonna want to play some frisbee.
But here's the thing, Marcos, if you throw it he'll walk it over to you and he'll put it in your hand. If you accept it, he looks up like we under contract till I get tired.
Which he doesn't get tired though.
No, he doesn't get tired.
It's not a 10-day.
No.
It's not a 10-day, it's not a two-way. You're gonna be throwing.
But he will catch everything.
Yep.
He is the Randy Moss of dogs.
It's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. But
so,
yeah.
What else is impressive about this weekend just in general? I really like the way the Dolphins just, it's one of those games, man. It's going to be an ugly game because they don't really score. They have a reputable defense, so you're going to have to, Go ahead.
No, I said I like the fact that they got not Javon Holland. They got Jalen Waddle involved. I thought that was a big key for them because I do feel like there's been a lot of games where, Tyreek Hill's having an amazing season and, he's on an incredible pace. Another 100-yard game for him. He has the record right within sight. He's incredible. But I do feel like it was nice to see them go to Javon Holland on some big go to Jalen Waddle on some big plays and target 17 a bunch because he's really good too. And I just feel like they've in some ways have underutilized him this season. But I get it. You're watching history. I get it.
Right. It's hard to say you're not using somebody else enough when the guy had 1,000 yards in 9 games or something like that, right? Like that that's kind of the thing. Now I think you have enough talent outside where you never have to force it to Tyreek. But then when you see him catch one of those passes and go out the gate, you're like, maybe we should throw it to him a little bit more because he's got
that was the thing I loved about Hard Knocks is, watching McDaniel when he lost Tyreek Hill for a drive, he was almost like sad. He goes, "Oh, all right, no." He has no cheetah plays. Like he loves throwing to that man. He loves utilizing his favorite toy, and I get it. He's amazing. He's amazing.
But it doesn't take away from you got some other talented guys around him.
I think the thing that I liked is I feel like it didn't feel like just the Tyreek Hill show. It felt like Tua did a great job of getting the ball to Waddle. They did a great job. I thought Jeff Wilson We've been talking about, that mean run element. I think that he brought that to this game because obviously they're pretty depleted at running back with A-Chain going down again. But I thought that Jeff Wilson added a good tone for them. They're going to need stuff like that if they do end up with more road games. Now, maybe they don't because they still have the 1 seed in sight and they got an opportunity here, but you need to be able to balance things out. And I think that's what I just like from their performance. I just thought it was really, really balanced.
You know what I saw yesterday? I saw they put something on TV. And as of that moment, the Jacksonville Jaguars were the number 1 seed in the AFC. Think about that. Say that. What? Now,
Not
I think
anymore,
with Baltimore winning, that moved them down to 2, but it was before Baltimore had played.
Is that because of what, conference record or division record? What's the first?
I have no idea. They just had number 1 seed Jacksonville Jaguars, and I'm like, what? All right.
Take a quick break. Back after this.
Tua with Tobin and Leroy.
Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Streaming live on YouTube and Twitch. Miami 560 WQAM is where you guys can watch us. Whose giant arm was just in front of your camera there, Frog Boy?
That was, I was going to say, Stunting Steph the Specialist. That was Steph the Specialist.
What was
we got some people in our old studio already.
Oh, they have the Radio Libre people are over there now.
I guess they are. Yes, two brilliant young ladies doing their thing over there.
All right, cool. Well, get over there. We'll welcome them on in. So I should let people know. I wanted to let you guys know what's going on, just because I got some stuff personally that might be up in the air for a little bit. If you guys noticed, I was out the Friday before last, and then last Monday I wasn't scheduled to be off. I know that we joked about being suspended. I wasn't supposed to be off. I got a scary call on Friday, a week from last Friday, so I don't know what the hell date that would have been. The 17th, I guess it would have been at that point. And my wife let me know she was going to the hospital. And so I thought we thought it was like a gallbladder thing or something like that. She was just complaining of a lot of pain. And
gallbladder. Do you even know where your gallbladder is, dude?
I don't know where the gallbladder is. I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
Hey,
I go to the doctor.
You have to understand.
I
Okay?
don't know these things.
So I say,
and then everybody's got their 2 cents of what it is.
No.
yeah.
Let me hold on.
It's the
me personally. Here's all I did. All I did was call Tobes, see what was up, anything I could do, whatever. I didn't give suggestions, nothing. Right? So I told my wife, right? She goes, "Oh, that ain't the gallbladder. That ain't." She starts breaking
She's
it down.
weighing it too.
Well, is she? Wait, is she feel? I'm like, I'm not giving her a medical checkup.
Well, Leroy is very good at that at football. When it's football, he'll be like,
yes,
that's meniscus.
Right.
He'll just know right off the bat.
There's the worst injuries in football, unless they're blatant and you see them, right? They're scary, right? Like what happened to a Florida State quarterback. Scary, frightening, right? You feel bad. I don't care if it's your worst enemy. That looks horrendous, right?
Yeah.
But if a guy's just running around on the football field by himself and just buckles, that ain't good.
It's not good. It's not good, and especially on this bum ass MetLife turf, which apparently is taking victim after victim. But anyway, so at the hospital 2 Fridays ago.
Oh, what about Drew Smith on the?
Oh my God, that was crazy.
The jacked up court.
Cleveland, get your. And apparently, Crotty was saying that was back in the day. Like they've always done that.
They've always hated. Everybody hates playing there.
I don't understand that. You would think with having LeBron James, one of the most prized commodities in sports, you would have been like, you know what, maybe we should just raise everything.
Right.
Like we should just fix this. Anyway. So anyway, go a couple of Fridays. My wife's in the hospital. We're there all day. And she has to get all kinds of scans and whatnot. They end up finding a pretty big tumor in her. The thing is, we don't know this. We know that it needs to come out, and then we'll figure out everything from there. But the doctor, they need a really special doctor to do it, I guess. And that doctor is not available till today to talk to. So I was out all last week. We were trying to hunt them down last week. Couldn't. Finally got in touch with them last week. And, so we're going to finally get to go see that today. I am going to leave a little early on today's show in the midst of next hour so we can finally go talk to this person. And then I don't know what the next steps are from there. But I just wanted to let the audience know because obviously it's been a scary couple of weeks for the Tobin family. Ruined Thanksgiving. The Hoards were supposed to come over, but I didn't want her hosting a Thanksgiving with this all hanging over her head. And when you ask why am I even here, we have really nothing to do until the doctor's appointment today. So I figured I'd come and laugh with you guys for a little bit.
Yeah, plus you gotta face the music.
Well,
I gotta face the music, of course. I
I
can't lose the picks and then not show up.
That's what I'm saying.
The worst thing you could do is sit in a room not knowing what's wrong, and there's nothing you can do to determine what's wrong.
Yeah.
Right. Like you just until you talk to the doctors and stuff like that to get a game plan or whatever, you're just sitting here with random thoughts through your head. And again, if your first thought was gallbladder, it ain't going nowhere good.
Right.
So like
turns out worse than the gallbladder.
Right. I mean,
turns out worse.
You don't know.
Yeah. Turns out worse than the gallbladder, but hopefully we'll get some more answers today. But I just want to let you guys, if for whatever reason I'm not here tomorrow because she's going to, I don't know. But I just want, I don't want this. I don't want the audience to can be, wondering all the time. Hey, where the hell is he? Now you guys know I'll be, taking care of my wife with some things.
You do that first. That's first.
Of course. Yeah.
Like
and I can't, yeah, you've been amazing. The crew's been amazing. Gutlen has been amazing. All of this, and I appreciate all that. But I just wanted to kind of keep everybody abreast of.
I even gave him a couple of days off because I was blowing him up. What's update?
Yeah.
No, man. Like,
not for sure.
I will say the one thing. I will say this though. I wanted to get to this because with me being out that one Friday, I was really excited because I was at the Heat game the night before. And I was like, ooh, I can't wait to come and do the show because I got myself some just tremendous boots on the ground, which this is not gonna help with my fan with good access type of challenges. But I had to do journalism, and I saw Bam Adebayo before the game. This was before their one home game they had this month.
Right.
And well. He has a message for Leroy Hoard.
Damn, Domino showdown soon with Leroy.
No, I can't wait to beat his ass.
Hey, I'm waiting, big fella. I'm waiting. You ain't said nothing but a thing. What you talking about? That's what.
Hey, he's been locked in ever since, though. He's just been locked in.
Dude, sweating, getting a little pregame moisture going, taking his pregame routine, and he just what? What? You challenge me with this ridiculousness right now? You tell me, Robo.
It was probably an inappropriate time, but whatever.
Right.
What are you?
Damn, Domino showdown soon with Leroy.
No, I can't wait to beat his ass.
Now somebody give me a basketball. I gotta go play basketball. Wow. In your moments of being most professional, that is when you're at your worst. Because I know you probably had 1,000 questions. What's up, Bam? What's going on?
No, that was the only question I had. Because I can't, he usually does the podium. Like, I can't ask him. I would have asked him in the locker room, but he never speaks in the locker room. He always speaks at the podium. And I can't just grab the microphone after all professional, be like, hey, Bam, what about this showdown with Leroy Hoard? No, this is like the only time I'm going to have time to go ask him. And so I needed to ask him where we're at with this. Right. But he's locked in. It's game mode for both of you boys, whenever the showdown may be.
Yep.
This has me thinking, are there domino costumes? Could we maybe turn this up a notch? I don't know, Leroy. I think I'm going to have to start doing some research.
Hey, do what you got to do.
Yeah.
You do what you got to do. Y'all sleeping on your boy. That's the problem. Been playing dominoes since before he was born. I ain't gonna let him come up in here and try to run no show with me on the domino table. Y'all out your damn mind.
The group says Bam has a list of all the NBA players to take down, and then also on the list, Leroy Hoard.
Just random.
He's just looking like he's like on the list. It's got Anthony Davis, Jaren Jackson Jr., Leroy Hoard. What? He goes, oh, sorry, that's for the dominoes list. Sorry, moving that over.
Oh, man. No, don't worry. Yeah, that's right. Don't be Bam in season. See, everybody know y'all know. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Like, come on. I don't know what's wrong with y'all.
Oh man. All right, we'll take a quick break. Leroy hand out his game balls and game bombs. That's next. It is time, ladies and gentlemen, to gather around the locker room as Leroy Hoard hands out his game balls and game bums. Well, what do we got today, Leroy?
So, my game ball's going to the University of Michigan. 3 times in a row, hasn't happened since 95. That last sequence towards the end of the game where they just ran the ball right down their throat and took they got the ball with 8 minutes left. And they burned 6.5 minutes off the clock. Was amazing. And that game right there is just huge. Just playing in it, just being a part of it. So for them to win that game without their coach is pretty good. I was really impressed. I'm gonna give my game bum to me because I might have started something.
Why? What did you do?
And it was unintentional. So there's this guy on Twitter. Vikes fan, and he puts out games and stuff of whatnot, and he put something, and he put Leroy Hoard, and so I replied just as a jokey joke because I've done stuff with the guy. He's a cool dude, right? I replied, a true Vikes fan would know how to spell my name. That's it, right?
True, fair enough.
Cleveland Browns fans attacked him.
What?
I mean, Leroy. After I was like, no, wait, no. Leroy. It was not intentional.
Yeah, he could have just had he might have just had the old auto type message.
Autocorrect.
But again, so and so all the replies and the responses were brutal. And so then I just said, man, look, I had to go and defend him a little bit, but they got after him.
Well, I know that the Browns fan has gotten you your most followers because I remember the rallying they had around you, but you don't really talk about anything else on Twitter other than the Browns.
Right.
Other than you had one tweet about a Michigan win. That's about it. But
yeah,
I know you don't want to upset the fan base too much. Tough week for Ohio State.
Yeah. Oh no,
tough weekend. Tough weekend for them.
I put it out there. Just right after the game. I said, hey, take this L. See you next year. Same time.
Who the hell is your quarterback now? Yeah, the other guy goes
McCarthy.
out with the concussion. Who? No, I know. I'm not talking about Michigan's. I'm talking about the Browns. Who the hell?
PJ Walker, DTR.
DTR got a concussion, right?
Concussion, and then PJ Walker, who they replaced him with DTR, end up playing. And
are you serious?
Yeah, they're on their third quarterback.
It's my fault. Actually, I want to take responsibility for that. If I pick a quarterback for fantasy, he gets injured next week. I don't understand why this keeps happening to me. So I apologize, Cleveland. This one's on me.
But yeah, so they got after him, which I thought, I'm like, wow, this is pretty cool. The Browns got my back. But then it got whoa. There was may or may not have been some curse words exchanged between Vikes fan and some of the Cleveland Browns fans. And then at that point, I had to step in, right?
Yeah,
I was just all jokey jokes, and it just got out of hand. But if anybody who knows me knows that's how I respond on Twitter, right? It's not like I'm just, you know what I mean? It's not like I wasn't trying to throw him under the bus, but deep breaths,
Man.
buddy. It came in rough, and it came immediate. I sent that tweet out, boom, and there was 200 replies within 5 minutes.
Jeez.
And it just kept going. So I quit looking.
You should have given a game bump to that trash MetLife field.
Yeah, that I can't. There's a couple of.
I feel so bad for Jaelan Phillips.
Because he's when he's healthy, he's a beast.
He was killing it.
Killing it.
He was killing it.
We had a couple of fields like that when we played. Everybody hated playing in Philadelphia. That field was trash.
was like concrete, yeah.
It was like concrete, and you would always trip over the pitcher's mound because they didn't take all the dirt out. So there was this just bump just randomly in the middle of the field. And the way they did it is that they used the same turf, right, for both teams, but they zipped all of the bases in. So you had the zipper, it's crazy.
So we all had stuff like
that. We always had stuff like, well, because you know what, those stadiums aren't, keep getting their fields right for just football. They're trying to do a bunch of stuff, move fields in and out, and they sometimes do stuff that makes that easier to do than whether your field is safe enough to play.
Though, that's fine and all, and I get it, but if you're a guy like Stephen Ross, right, and you spare no expense, he has all these events here too. He has all the stuff coming to Hard Rock Stadium.
Just builds new grass if it gets bad, bring some new grass in.
Every franchise now is worth what, like $4-5 billion in.
Right.
Get a real damn field. It's ridiculous. It's not like that's an old. It's not like that's an old facility.
No.
And for this to continue to happen is complete garbage. It's terrible. And I feel terrible for Jaelan Phillips because he was starting to really crank things up. He's starting to have a monster year, and for them to lose him because they have a trash field sucks. It sucks.
And it's almost 2 years. You're going to lose him for the rest of this year and almost most of next year, if not all of next year.
Yeah, unless you want to do this Aaron Rodgers barbed wire act that he's got going on.
Really? Okay. You think? Hold on. Let me ask you a question.
Nah.
Aaron Rodgers could be running a 4-3 right now and ready to go. You think he's going to get behind that offensive line?
I wouldn't, but I feel like there's part of him that just wants to do it for the attention.
Really?
Yeah, he likes attention.
If I'm the team, I don't let him play.
That I would agree with.
Right. Like, no, we want a good year out of you. We don't want you struggling this year. For what? For what? We ain't winning nothing.
But you don't feel like he's got the cachet that could just get himself out there anyway if he wanted to?
No.
I don't know.
No. 30 million is 30 million. 35 million is 35 million. However you put it, like, you would have to be just terrible as an organization if you let him go back out there, he gets hurt, and then you lose him for next year too. That would be the dumbest sports move ever.
Look, in this time for Jaelan Phillips is gone. It sucks. They did deal with this earlier in the year. Javon Ginkel was awesome. He was awesome.
To the point where now he's always on the field.
Yeah. But now he gets to go back and he gets to go get after that quarterback again. I mean, he broke Daniel Jones at one point. He was killing it, Javon Ginkel. So get to see what he's made out of. Like, the Dolphins have done a really good job of being able to weather the storm of injuries. They have.
Has that been the most impressive thing this year, with all of the injuries that they've had?
Next to Tyreek Hill, yeah.
And yeah.
Next to Tyreek Hill.
With all the injuries that they've had, especially on the offensive line, that they've managed to still produce on that side of the ball. And then defensively, Van Ginks was a afterthought. And now all of a sudden you can't get him off the field. He has to be on the field if you want production.
Yeah, now you're probably going to put him in the position he is going to make. You'll notice his impact even more now that he's going to probably have to slide into that. I mean, I'm sure Agbo will get some of that too, but I mean, we've already
Agbo, man. It's unfortunate that he basically lost his opportunity with scheme, right? It's not because of his ability. That very rarely happens.
Yeah, scheme. Yeah, for sure. Scheme and injury last year also did him in, but now this year, look, it's here for him now. At the end of the season, they're going to need him. That defense is really coming together. They are humming. They got old Sam Howell's a turnover machine, dude. Like, it's, you're gonna have some opportunities this weekend.
Did you watch any of that Texan game?
A little bit, not a ton. I watched all.
Stroud almost did it again.
I know. I watched all the Bills and Eagles, and that was great. Game bum, by the way, goes to Tony Romo. He needs to be stopped. Oh, how mad was he when Darius Slay was all over Diggs, and he goes, "Jim, No, Jim. That was pass interference. All right, Tony, we got to be impartial here. That's not what they called. But Jim, he is so in the bag for the Buffalo Bills and specifically Josh Allen. It makes it hard to live. Like Jalen Hurts, who, his numbers weren't what Josh Allen did, but he had like the most incredible throw I've seen this season.
Right.
Where he's like running the guys, goes, pretty good, Jim, pretty good. I'm like, what if Josh Allen did that?
When he was running to his left and hit that guy in the back of the end zone.
Yeah. He would have been sans pants, but because it was Jalen Hurts, he was like, well, whatever, Jim. We're moving on. Next play. That's all you want to say on that. Remember when Tony Romo he used to just predict plays, He was charming. Yeah. And now
what happened to that? He doesn't do that anymore.
10 million.
He doesn't do it. He's a fat cat, and he just goes in the bag for Josh Allen. It's annoying.
That's all right. You know what? When I think of stuff like that, you know what I think? Wow, we wanted one loser. Now we got two. Right? You got two disappointed people. But that Jalen Hurts, and he's hurting too, man. He's hurting. They say he got a bone bruise on his knee.
I don't know.
What's all that tush pushing?
I mean, he does squat 600. So he's a driving force behind that also. But I just think, like, you want to talk about 1,000 ways to win a football game or win football games. The Eagles do it every week. And as much as you want to discredit them, they're not as good as last year. They're not. In some instances, I would say they're better because they're built for this stuff. And they get into these close games and nothing phases them. Everybody's calm. There's nobody, you know what I mean? The most excitable guy on the damn sideline is the coach.
Yeah, no doubt. And I mean, like, look, you're at this point. They are. Yeah, they've had some really close affairs for sure, but they just seem to always find a way to pull it out. Like, damn, 60-yard field goal to tie these things up and then get it overtime.
Did you see that rocket he kicked? It moved 7 different ways. I'm like, wow, did he get it there?
Must be nice.
I wasn't really even sure. And then they had to go cut to Bradley Cooper with their foggy little camera. They're like, we swear it's him. Yeah. We swear.
The other thing, did you see, like, when he made a 60-yard field goal
in the rain,
and then they showed Jalen Hurts, and he's like, all right, overtime, let's go. Like, didn't even phase him.
It looked like AJ Brown was ready. AJ Brown looked like he was ready for a nap on the sidelines in his little coat.
Right. They don't even, it doesn't phase them. That's, to me, that's the scariest team to play against. A team that you just can't get to them. You can't break them. You can't, like those are the most difficult teams because they know no matter what, they're always in the game.
Right. And then even if they're not, when the Dolphins face them, we know that the refs are going to be in the bag for them because of, the Philadelphia Docs Mafia.
I'll tell you something about these Eagles and these refs, dude. Something is fishy about
these Something is going on there, dude. Something is going on there. I don't know quite what. We saw it was pretty blatant on Sunday Night Football. That's all we got to just leave it at that. All right. Mm-hmm. We'll take a quick break. Back with more after this.
Time to get
Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Let's do a little cat talk brought to us by our friends over at Celsius. Hockey fans, don't sit this one out when it's game time. Make Celsius a part of your play and get that energy up. Game day is fueled by Celsius Essential Energy Drinks, the official energy drink of
your Florida Panthers.
Cats. They lost on Friday 3-0. They are back on the ice tonight against the Ottawa Senators. 7 o'clock is your puck drop north of the border. And, of course, you can do that right here at 560 WQAM. There you go. Cats need to get back in the win column tonight. Need it. Let's get some more headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
News in the NFL today. Frank Reich has been fired as head coach of the Carolina Panthers. Well, what are you going to do? 11 games they gave him and decided, that's enough, Frank Reich. Sorry, buddy. You're not going to be able to fix it. Old Tepper's seen enough.
Isn't that the second year in a row, though? Like a mid-season firing for them?
Yeah. When you have a meddlesome owner, they're going to meddle. That's what they do.
That's what they do.
That's what they do. That's what they do, dude. So got that. Dolphins, meanwhile, they got to watch their AFC East lead just expand because
Buffalo is Buffalo. That's why.
Buffalo's going to Buffalo, dude. They're going to go out there. They're going to lose in overtime, which is fantastic to watch. Dolphins this week have the Washington Commanders coming to town. And meanwhile, the Buffalo Bills, I believe they're taking on the Chiefs. The Chiefs look good. Oh, Chiefs bounce back. Look good. They look good.
That's good. Another team. You just like, you know they're going to be there somewhere in the end.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, just listen, if they had any receivers that could catch, they'd probably have an Eagles record right now. But they don't. That remains an issue. They still have to go in this direction of, can we have anybody who doesn't have lobster claws for hands out here for Patrick Mahomes? That would be nice. That would be nice, everybody. Get that all together, But for now, they get through this game. They are in a good spot right now. Justin Herbert, we're going to have a conversation?
No, we don't.
Let's go. Nothing? Okay. No, it's fine. We can move on.
Wait,
we don't have to talk about
it. Hey. Go ahead and say your thing. Go ahead and say it. Go ahead and say it. Say it.
The Bums won't talk about it.
May have does.
The Bums won't talk about it. But just so you know, we're sitting here watching Justin Herbert. He's going to get his third coach fired. And, it's fine. I'm sure he's, generational talent, with his mope face. Things will get around for them eventually. That Chargers team always ends up in the same spot. Just sitting pretty here, Leroy,
Yeah.
Sat here. I just enjoyed my Sunday. I kicked back and I laughed, other than the games that I lost for our picks. I sat back and I laughed at the Bums. I laughed at them because the Dolphins were sitting there with a Black Friday Thanksgiving win and that stupid Ryan Fitzpatrick. I had to see him nonstop. I mean, is it enough like how much they shove him down our throats? What is this?
We had a lot of action on Friday as far as South Florida sports.
Yeah, everybody played. I don't really want to talk about the Heat blowing a 21-point lead to the Knicks.
My goodness, what the hell?
That was a disaster. And it really annoyed me. I hate losing that.
You know what? Third quarter did like a flight.
Well, third quarter is fourth quarter this year.
Your third quarter has been delayed until the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I don't like these fourth quarter struggles. They've been very irritating, but they went out. They started the third quarter on a 19-0 run. And you're like, got this,
done,
baby.
Done,
this, baby. And then they somehow
then you start doing this at the fourth quarter. You went. Now I gotta watch.
The road trip could have been awesome. It ends as disappointing. I know it's tough. You have this entire month you're basically out on the road, but it's the Knicks. You gotta put that one away, baby. You gotta put that one away. And they were unable to, which was very, very annoying. Canes, they took care of business pretty easily. Well, Mario Cristobal, do you have him this morning, Marcos? He was talking about TBD because it kind of sounded like, hey, I'm not going to be jerked around here by TBD. You know, figure out what you want to do, and then let's get to it. You're going to transfer, you're not going to transfer, because it doesn't sound to me like he's like, you know, going to do a whole recruiting pitch for TBD to stick around and not get in this transfer portal.
Yeah, isn't the portal open next week? Or is it
I don't know.
I think it's
like
something like that.
I don't know exactly when portal day is, but I think it's going to be, like the Canes are probably thinking to themselves, look, let's get him the hell out of here. Let's go find us a quarterback in the transfer portal. You know, let's go portal it up. Maybe you shove him out the portal door.
Do you feel bad for Emory Williams?
What?
You feel bad for Emory? Oh, Arch is available in the transfer?
No, he ain't available.
I was going to say, I saw he played his first action for Texas the other day in a blowout. Yeah, he looked all right.
He's 18, dude. Relax.
He looked all right.
He's 18.
maybe Nikola Jović can switch sports.
It's the only way he's going to get PT.
You bring him in. It's like, who's our new quarterback this year? We have brought in Miami Heat forward / center, which he doesn't want to play. Nikola Jović is our new Hurricanes quarterback.
Because all he does is throw dimes.
He does throw dimes, dude.
Yes.
I don't understand. I just like, where did it all go wrong with Nico?
I've been saying this for 2 years, and now all of a sudden you want to be on. No.
I don't even understand. What are you? You act like I've, like I've been against Nikola Jović.
No,
You're not the only one on the Jović bandwagon.
I'm not saying that.
Call out Spo. I dare you to call out Eric Spoelstra. Call him out, dude.
Listen.
Call him out.
Here's what I will say about Eric Spoelstra and the Miami Heat. Who are with these guys every day, and we see 5 minutes with 11 points and 4 rebounds, right? They know more than us. But you're going to have a hard time selling me on that when I see some of the guys playing on the court, and you telling me Jović ain't better than that?
It's just like, I just want to see some new stuff, man. Like, I have fun watching Jaime Jaquez ball, you know? If I have to lose it, all I'm going to tell you is if I have to lose some J Rich minutes for some Jović minutes, I'll be all right.
Yeah, we definitely saw how much fun you had watching Jaime. I
don't even think Leroy knows what you're talking about.
I don't.
Man, I tagged him in a lot too. I want to know his opinion.
He doesn't want. I don't really understand why he doesn't want to listen to any of our shenanigans and he doesn't want to take part in our fun.
Come on, man. He's an actual artsman. You gotta take.
I am an artsman.
Sometimes he talks.
So you guys made a song or something?
No.
Well, I mean, if you want to just say it's a song, it's more of a movement sweeping the nation. I mean, if we're gonna really get down to the nitty,
the nation. I'm not. Movement.
I mean, it's a movement sweeping the nation in that it's it's really the greatest song out there right now. And I just don't understand why you wouldn't want to be part of something like this, because it does feel like a lot of the times when we have shenanigans and you just want to ignore me and I don't appreciate it.
I got you.
I tagged you a couple times, Leroy. I was hoping for your opinion on it.
When?
This weekend, when you were too busy gallivanting around town at quarterdeck.
He is a gallivanter.
I was gallivanting around town.
Yeah, I did go. I went and said hi to my people over at quarterdeck.
Yeah, Leroy joined us for a little bit.
Yeah,
he was kind enough to.
Was it a great watch party?
Yeah, it was. It was fun. We got to enjoy each other's company outside of our regular hours, so it was great. And shows
that's nice. But he wouldn't watch our music video.
That's what I'm saying, man. We got to really be there for each other.
When was this done?
Music
video.
The way his hair hangs slowly, my breath slowly taken, and franchises missed their prizes. Those teams were mistaken. But you see, Pat Riley took the draft's best rookie on his head, his head's flowing. Cross you up, ankles gone, best footwork since Quran. On your head, he is dunking. On your
So again, I don't understand why don't you support me?
Wow, dude.
Wow.
Hey.
No. Your reaction says it's gonna be all right. Like, where's your support?
Dude, I gotta tell you.
Come on.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at me saying.
Exactly.
I'll
I'll tell you what. Your Grammy must be in the mail.
It should be.
I gotta tell you. I don't know what this. I'm speechless. That's right. So many thoughts run through this man's head. Wait, can I have a reason why you added the crunch berries? That's the name of your group.
Point for
Look, I agree with Evan 11. He says, I think it's the best work yet.
I'm not, I can't really talk about songs because it took me 10 years after that song came out to realize that the title wasn't Someday and it was Zombie. So I'm not.
It was Zombie. Now it's not. We just took that song. Now it's Jaime.
It's like I didn't want to listen, but I was sucked in. Right? Like I was like, I can't look. So I don't know. I mean, that's just Tobin. Oh gosh.
Take a break.
All I can say is wow.
Thank you. Take a break. Back after this.
Hey, want to see the time for South Florida Lexus dealers' 15 minutes of game day uncensored.
Let's go!
Sponsored by South Florida Lexus dealers. Experience amazing.
Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you.
I'm still. And you said you hit me up on this?
Yeah, baby. I sent you the video, baby. You know, I said, hey, maybe you could throw this little retweet, you know? No, it doesn't need a retweet. It's gone viral. I mean, everybody loves it. I mean, and you know what? Hey, Michael McCullough, anytime you guys want to play that, you know, in a break, you guys let me know. Full, you got full support from old Tobes to throw that up there, just like you did for Struce Loose.
Imagine the whole crowd screaming that. Hi, man. Hi, man.
Dude.
Hi, man. Whoa.
Yeah, just right there. You want to include everybody? You want to include
I just like the one guy who's like, why did you feel the need to add a SPO in there?
Bro, let me tell you, you definitely wanted that in there.
For that reason right there.
So we got some things coming out of Heat practice right now. Nikola Jović is speaking to the media, and he says that he was taken out of context.
Okay.
He said that his idea being misused was taken out of context. I would never say anything like that, he said. I also was listening to some video from Wes Goldberg. It said that you guys know me. I wouldn't say anything like that. I said this team has been playing really great without me. When I was talking about the 5, I was only talking about the G League, and you know that I'm not typically a 5. So you know, he's blaming Serbian media.
I would say this though is that you have to look at the person and does it sound like something he would say, right? Based on the information you have. And that would be no, that sounds a little, but even as you were translating that, he was still talking about him having to develop and liking what they're doing with his development. So it just does kind of stick out as, right? Why would you say that and then thank him?
I don't have a problem with it, to be honest with you. Like, I just think that, look,
you want him to play.
I don't have a problem. I do want him to play. I'm getting into arguments all, via text. People are like, oh, you want him instead of J Rich? It's like, you know what, dude? I know how the Josh Richardson movie ends. I like Josh Richardson. He's a great dude. It ends out of bounds. And here's the other thing. Like, I don't know if you guys have been watching fourth quarters. The Miami Heat, you can't boa constrict every team with 25% shooting every fourth quarter. Every once in a while, I'd like my team to get out on the break, and I'd like my giant Serbian to throw amazing passes because he throws sweet-ass passes. I saw Tyler Hero be a turnstile for 5 years, okay? Jaime Jaquez was getting the business from Jalen Brunson. It's okay for your young guys to get fed buckets every now and then if they can get you some back. And I don't get the whole point that we're doing out here. It's November. Let the guy get a little runski. It's stupid. What are we doing out here? We're going to continue to do this where Cole Swider gets to come out here and do his best Duncan Robinson impression, and he gets to go out there and play basketball, but Nikola Jović needs 9 guys to get hurt to do it. It's dumb. Let your first round pick play some basketball. I don't like it.
That Cole Swider guy, huh?
Normally in this position, I would create some form of resistance. I got nothing. I got nothing. I'm like, once you hit me with a Cole Swider, I got nothing.
It's just silly. Like, come on, man. I want to see Nikola Jović play some basketball. I think it's fun. I'm not saying give him 30 minutes. Give him a little 15-ski every now and then. You know? Let's see what the kid's got. Stop sending him to Sioux Falls. It's ridiculous.
When he go 25 and 10 playing any position?
Use the old out of context excuse, Nikola? Heard that one before. He said what he meant and meant what he said. But it doesn't Well, it doesn't mean he's
tell you, Babushka, you gotta calm down. You ain't backing your boy at all.
I tell him, you say something, you stand on it like a man, not like mouse saying, "Oh, journalists took it out of context." That's what they do when they're scared. Say what you mean. Oh, what's your problem? You're going to be put in timeout by Spo? What's different? You're not playing anyway.
Jeez. Okay, Babushka is really taking a turn.
like she followed the footsteps of Big Baller Brand.
Oh man. Other news from Heat practice today. Duncan Robinson, full participant in practice. That's good news. He was hurt with that thumb. Haywood Highsmith was a limited participant, according to Anthony Chang. He fell on his tailbone. Butler did not practice. We know that he's dealing with an ankle. Tyler Hero was getting some shots up, so that's some good news. Getting some shots up.
It's been a month, hasn't it?
Pretty good. What is it? When was that Memphis game? It's been like 3 weeks.
Well, remember at 3 weeks he came out of the boot, so that's why I figured it was longer.
He is out of the boot. Yeah, that's kind of that's everything from Heat practice. Oh, band practice. That's good news. He missed with the hip.
Cool.
They say Shakira's hips don't lie, but Nico does about what he said to Serbian media, which was, "Oh, poor me, I can't get on court."
I'm honestly surprised that he even had to address it, because I was positive the only person that broke that information down was you. I was sure that the Miami Heat
was making rounds. It was making rounds. Like, you're not gonna look in today's day and age. Nothing's gonna not get out on the internet. But I think the thing that I find funny about it is that it always has to be taken as, "Hey, shut up, kid. Don't talk about what kind of struggles you're going through or what you're dealing with."
Jimmy said it.
Jimmy said it. If Jimmy Butler can go to the meet, and I know with Jimmy, it's kind of like you got to take it as a troll because he's got that, sly smile and things. Jimmy just flat said, he's not a 5. Stop playing him at the 5. Your best player said it. So if he's got the backing of Jimmy Butler, what is the big deal? Can we grow up?
You know what I would do? You know what I would do? I'd throw him in there 5 minutes with Jimmy.
That's what I would love that.
Well, and just say, "Hey, Jimmy, get your boy.
This is
you like him, get him to do the right things." Right? And I think Jimmy will facilitate that.
Nubrate.
It's like when you ask to go out, but your parents are like, "Yeah, but you got to take your little brother with you." Essentially, he's going to be on the court with his little brother, Jović.
Wait, what?
Look, I know Serbia is not Slovenia, but like that part of the world, they're honest. Okay, when they say something. You remember when Nikola Jović won the championship? He's like, "Oh, no, I don't want to go to parade." like they just got no filter, dude. Like they're gonna say things a little bit more clear, and now he's got to go to the, "Oh no, it was taken out of context." No, it wasn't, and I'm fine with it not being. If he's not happy with how things have gone this season, of course he's not. Probably thought he was going to be part of the rotation. He certainly probably thought he was going to be playing above Kevin Love. He probably thought, "I'm coming off of silver medal and I got all beefy and bulky. I thought I was going to get some run, baby." And he hasn't played a lick this year. Not like 3 games. One of them was in a 25-point blowout against the Bucks.
I don't know, man. I think just Spo hates him. There has to be some sort of personal beef.
Give me the answer.
That's me.
You can't just say he hates him.
He hates him. He has to be. Walks around like, "I hate this guy." Yo, he's still here, huh? Aren't you in Sioux Falls, Nikola?
He goes, not in South Dakota today, huh? Nico.
Gotta fix that, huh? Where's Cole?
There's gonna be some Heat culture Hunger Games punishment he's gonna face, right? Like Pat Riley and Spo are gonna make him like practice in a weighted vest or some nonsense like that.
Say Hunger Games practice.
Man, I really don't know what can he possibly do to get on the court? I guess
it's like, well, Nico, we heard you didn't want to play the 5, so what we're gonna do is have you actually get into a fist fight with Alonzo Mourning.
Oh, okay.
Jeez.
No. So listen, out of context, body. Too late for that. Zoe's like rolling up the sleeves on the dress shirt,
saying, "I'm normally a fun guy, but this have to be done.
It has to be. It must be done." And everybody just gather around in a circle, be like, "Guys, Nico's gonna fight Alonzo."
Would you rather Spo or UD handle that?
Oh, dude! Wow,
Player development, huh?
Player development.
When you come in there, roll down the shirt, and say, "My job is the development of players. You are my first job. So let's do some development."
I feel bad. I literally feel like there's no way he could possibly hurt the team. And like Tobin said, something about Cole Swider's face, man. I don't know. I just don't want to see it anymore.
Dude, it's just like adorable story with Cole Swider. Great. I hope we find the next Duncan Robinson too. But like, does it always why is it that we give the dudes we find under couch cushions more run than the guy we drafted with the first round pick? What is that?
So
Come on. You know?
That's his problem. He shouldn't have been drafted. If he was undrafted, he would have had much more playing time.
If he was undrafted, I guarantee you, if he was undrafted, Nikola Jović right now would be in the running for rookie of the year. He'd be like Wembanyama, who Miami Heat find another undrafted gem.
Yeah,
unless of course you had 4 years of college.
That's the only exception,
right? Then you can be drafted. If you're Norris Cole and you're Jaime Jaquez and you have 4 years under your belt, then we'll play you.
Didn't they even? Who's that guy that LeBron made us get? The point guard that was bad.
Oh, Shabazz Napier.
Oh, even that guy got playing time. What are we even doing here, dude?
Yeah, that guy stunk. Shabazz Napier. He also made us stink.
His whole career was a stink.
Jeez. Wow.
Great college run, though. Great college run.
Oh, great.
Excellent. Great college run. Back with more after this.
Text WQAM on the Kendall Toyota text
Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy. Oh, hello, Jennifer.
Hello, Jennifer.
Hello.
You're
Sorry, I
muted.
interrupted you, Marcos.
Nah.
Hey, man, like,
I'm
you're
muted?
low. I feel like your voice. Yeah, like your voice is low.
That's not me. It's Marcos.
I'm here loud.
Can you hear me fine?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe
Fix
he
it,
just
Marcos.
Okay.
I don't know if it's on my end then. Maybe. Hard to say.
I don't know.
Hard to say.
Me and JFig are, coming off of a high. Our quarter deck experience went swimmingly, I must say.
It was a good time.
I met another one of JFig's cousins who seems to be, everybody is a cousin.
Yeah, for sure.
Related some kind of way.
A huge family now. I think about it.
Just introducing the fam to the fam.
Yeah.
Just get everybody there, man. How was the party? Did you enjoy it?
It was fun. I had a good time, and I was a little nervous going into it because we've never actually done it before, but it was fun. Everybody was very cooperative.
Yeah, I did more work than I thought I was going to do. I'm not going to lie to you. I did much more work.
You had to say, hey, everybody, get over to the wheel?
Yeah, like I had to interact.
I
with
think you
people.
like that. I thought you would have liked that with like game showing.
Oh,
I took over this game show trivia for sure.
Yeah. It was good, though. I had fun. And Leroy showed up. Oh, Vlad showed up too in his jet skier. Oh, that was so
Oh my goodness.
We met one of the guys that
did he look sad?
Leroy.
Oh yeah. He looked very, very sad because just as he walked in, Javon Holland was returning the interception for 9 yards. It was so
Then
great.
he disappeared for a while. I think he was covering up his tears.
Who could blame him? He just thought to himself, I thought I was going to have Aaron Rodgers this year. Tim Boyle.
Yeah, and it was it was right after the pick six, and another interception.
He's a fan that got mad that they didn't keep Mike White. I'm like, it would have mattered. Like, dude, what are you doing?
It is a delight because we're sitting back here today and I'm watching like WEI has to grill Belichick on why they drafted Mac Jones. The stupid Bills are sitting here 6-6, and the Jets have Tim Boyle throwing Hail Marys to the other team. It's a great day. And who can't wait for Hard Knocks tomorrow? Am I right? We get to relive tomorrow on Hard Knocks with behind the scenes, baby.
That's the first thing I can't wait to see this interception on Hard Knocks.
I can't wait to see it on Hard Knocks, dude. Dude, that first Hard Knocks was so good. I had a ball. Who didn't like that? Did you like it, Leroy? Did you? Come on, you gotta watch it, baby. I'm telling you, you gotta watch it, baby.
Miami.
I didn't watch 1 second.
Leroy.
I'm telling. Well, we got this dude Campanelli, the linebackers coach, and he's basically linebackers coach Tommy DeVito, you know. Yeah. But he like put up like a quote that he claims is from Vince Lombardi, but I don't really know if it's from Vince Lombardi. I think he just said it's from Vince Lombardi because it was like, all right, ass kicking's the universal language. Am I right? Vince Lombardi once said, what if you saw somebody's walking across the street and they had your wife in his arms? What you doing? You're whooping ass. That's right. Because that's the universal language. Vince Lombardi said that. I'm like, I don't remember in the famous quotes of Vince Lombardi. I don't think I remember what happens if a bandit kidnaps your wife. I don't remember. I don't recall that. But if Campanelli says it, who am I to doubt? They need a Campanelli feature every week. Every week, dude. I need to check in with Campanelli. Campanelli and Fangs.
Oh, so good.
I have yet to watch it, but I'll watch it today.
JFig, I'm telling you. You know what? Save for tomorrow. Then you can binge. Go at 8 o'clock tomorrow. 8 o'clock. Because then you can, I'd be jealous of you because you could watch 8 o'clock, roll into 9 o'clock, and then all of a sudden, well, tomorrow you might have to go Heat game, save it for Hard Knocks after the Heat game. I don't know what your plans are with that because that coward Damian Lillard's coming into town. But before, but just listen, that Frady cat, he doesn't know what he's in for. Trust me. Triple J is going to give him the business. Let's just be real about it. He is.
Hi, man.
I can't. Please don't get us started.
Leroy has yet to recover from that.
I don't think he has. Dane South says that Tobin combined two of the things the coach said. Yeah, exactly, dude. That like he was, but it was all quoted by Lombardi, you know. But I'm not quite sure if Vince Lombardi really said that.
I'm not sure he ever said that, actually.
I think he said that. No, he definitely had a Vince Lombardi poster graphic up there. Then they were giving away cakes at one point.
Oh, yes. Okay, hold on, though. Bradley Chubb didn't want his cake at all. Xavier Howard was like, I mean, give me the cake if you don't want the cake. I'm like, come on, man. It's a celebratory cake. You got to take the cake. You don't have to eat it in front of everyone, but be happy.
Chubb did the right thing.
Nah.
Why? Don't do what you're doing.
I
don't like what you're doing. I don't like what you're doing. I don't like what you're doing.
He did the right thing.
Did you see Christian Wilkins walk away with those leftover sandwiches? How happy he was. Off the Amazon set. That was a happy guy.
Saw Tyreek saying, am I the only one whose feet are dangling? And it was true. His feet were dangling on that chair. You can't be tough with your feet dangling. It's rough.
He doesn't have to be tough. He just needs to be the fastest thing in the world, which is what he is. That's it. We don't have to worry about anything else with him. It's a delight. Let's mix things up here, Marcos.
Yes.
Let's do it. All righty then. Ladies and gentlemen, is there any other place to start? Is there any other place to start than what people are calling the comeback of the century? I mean, they doubted it. They doubted him. Who's they? Who's him? I'll let the clip talk for itself.
You know what else is annoying?
What?
Marcus's record right now in the picks.
Okay. Okay.
Hey.
Okay. It's crazy.
Hey.
Yeah.
Not
Not worried.
Marco, you're not worried?
Nope.
You should be.
So
this is really interesting. You know what you guys are doing? You know how sometimes when it's the fourth quarter, people put up the 4. You know, you got to put up the fourth quarter.
Right now, you can't even put up the 4. You don't have 4 wins.
No, it doesn't matter. It's the second quarter.
What do you do? Put up a web tanned?
Yeah.
No, right now it's the second quarter. You guys are like, yeah, second quarter, baby. We got this.
That's all right. But Marcos, you understand that you're at 1-5, and I'm at 5-1.
Look at me now, baby. Look at me now, baby.
Not a loser. I have yet again another loss on my record for this month, for this football season. Shamefully, although I will say it doesn't feel like it's one of those things where I don't feel bad today because one of my losses was still the Eagles beating the Bills. So I feel really good today. I should be bothered more by this today, but I'm not.
See, again, I told you, don't hate watch. You wanted the Bills to lose. You wanted the Bills to lose so bad. You picked Philadelphia.
Leroy, aren't you 0-3 this week? I don't know if you should give advice anymore. You know, now that I'm the new
Leroy sits here. He acts like he's 9 games ahead of everybody.
At the end of it, you're going to be 1 game ahead of us, Leroy.
You'll be thrown in December. The tides are turning. The tides be turning.
I even had Marcos practice darts this weekend.
That's true. Wow, I was doing well.
Dude hit like 4 bullseyes in a row.
I was so scared. Very nervous.
I'm like, whoa. Is he?
That's when I knew you were gonna lose, Tobin.
Yep.
What else is in the mixed bag, Marcos?
We were talking earlier about TVD, Mario Cristobal, and essentially the transfer portal that seems to be opening soon. So got a couple clips here about Mario Cristobal talking about the actual transfer portal. But before we get there, let's talk about TVD's recent play and what the coach thought of it.
Well, just like you said, just a lot of respect, really approached it like a professional, a lot of urgency, doing a great job, sliding up, stepping up in the pocket. If things weren't there, finding ways to get yards with his feet. If things weren't there, just getting rid of the football and keeping ourselves in a third down and makeable situation. Just all in all, just a really, really good job.
Situations. That's tough.
That's tough.
That's tough.
a little too late, in my opinion, TVD. But I get it. Now that I know your skin was falling off of your muscles, I understand that you may have been a little bit injured.
Head is above. I got nipples in the screen. What are you talking about?
I don't want to see your nipples on the screen. I want to see your head.
Okay, fine.
Okay, and your headphones, not the ceiling.
A lot of leaning back. What else did Cristobal have to say about TBD?
He said that he's a bum and that we're probably I'm sorry. Mario Cristobal that the transfer portal is opening, so that's a lot of opportunity, a lot of turnaround, so that we can get a lot more recruits in, and people who don't want to be here, get on out of here.
Yeah, like 5 years ago, I changed my perspective on all that stuff and just figured, look, any defection or that you create or that happens to catch you by surprise, it's an opportunity to upgrade, man. So you keep a 3 deep at every possible slot. And as for players, for coaches, for analysts, you just keep that handy and you just keep going. And, you really do. It's exciting. I mean, you have an opportunity to get better everywhere, when things happen. And at the end of the day, Joe, I mean, we're working our way to becoming a really good team. And this is a young team with a lot of juice, improvement across the board, systems really starting to come on. It's an exciting time, and it's going to attract some really, really good players. So, and some good coaches. So that's what that's what I'm working 24/7. So yeah, you're kind of, in terms of sleep and whatnot, you're out of business in terms of that part.
Wow.
Replacements across the board.
Did you just fire some coaches?
I think he just fired.
Here's the problem.
Not so juicy.
Here's the problem. Ain't no way in hell a kid's gonna come out of the transfer portal and be a part of that 3 deep scenario. So I don't know what he talking about. They leaving the last team because they didn't play. They ain't gonna come sit on the bench here.
It is different though. Like, listen, people are gonna look for those opportune times. We've seen some guys coming off the transfer portal do some good things for this team. So, it's the way it is now. I think that's they certainly got some things that they got to sharpen up. But quarterback's going to be the biggest mystery there, because is TBD going to stick around? Is he not? I don't know. I would venture to guess no. I feel like it's probably one of those where maybe both parties are like, you know what? Fresh start. We thought this was going to be amazing. It wasn't. Fresh start. Maybe he goes, plays in that run and gun offense like Rhett Lashley. Who knows? But it felt very, it feels like the ending got a little frosty there for sure. Anything else in the mixed bag, Marcos?
Yes, speaking of replacements, we also mentioned this earlier. Jaelan Phillips out for the remainder of the season with a torn Achilles. Kind of saw it pop as soon as he took off there. It was rough to see, especially since he was having a good game.
When is MetLife Stadium going to answer for their crimes?
True, man. How many Achilles do they have to take before they have to answer for their crimes?
I just got a very intangible response.
To what?
Just a back and forth. Okay, pal. Thanks.
Okay, pal. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. That's so Twitter? Intangible. No. Text. Doesn't matter who it is. Nothing says I'm intangible like okay, pal.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. All right. Well, what do we got from that, Marcos?
Mike McDaniel says Van Ginkel and Emmanuel Ogbah will have to step up.
Without a shadow of a doubt, there's going to be those two individuals that will have to step up, and that will also open up opportunities. When Gink is not playing stack backer, that means there's very capable and ready. I think David Long is will have to step up as well and play a role that he's been thirsting for anyway. So that's why it's kind of like a group of people. You don't necessarily replace it, but it doesn't. It just gives different people opportunities, and you kind of spread that out to do your best to compensate for that production loss.
All right.
Thirsting for the opportunity.
Thirsting for it, dude. He has been David Long has been in the linebacker desert thirsting for more opportunity. And now he's going to get it. And Von Ginks, he gets to unleash that hair and be a menace getting after the quarterback again.
He's been ever since the first run where he was filling in. He's been playing consistently now. They put him in the game because he's a playmaker. He makes plays.
I thought Christian Wilkins was going to kill Tim Boyle. Well, like on that one hit, I was like, oh, he's not coming back from this. And I think like Christian Wilkins let up on it because he could have killed him.
Pretty much.
It's a giant.
So what are we going to do after this year now when Christian Wilkins has 10 or 11 sacks?
Money, Bobby.
But what is he going to be able to demand?
10 or 11 sacks?
Because he's got what, 5.5 now? 6?
I'm gonna look that up right
I think he's up to 6. I think he's up to 6.
Yeah.
6.5.
6.5.
Yeah.
10 or 11.
Yeah.
That's being safe.
Yep.
Right. Well, keep in mind. Hold on. Keep in mind. They do have to play the Jets again.
Mm-hmm. And the Commanders. And the Titans.
Ooh. Oh my.
Solid. Absolutely solid.
Right. So then what are the team going to say now? Because if they didn't think he was worth the money then because of his sack numbers, it would just be a terrible move to say, well, you don't have as many tackles as you had last year.
Oh,
right. He's heading right for that franchise tag.
Oh yeah.
Disgruntled franchise tag for 20 mil.
Yeah. Right. Yep. I mean, that's 20 mil. That's a pay cut for what he's going to get. Because I'm telling you, the thing I'm amazed at is how many times do you see him 15, 20 yards downfield making a tackle?
That's crazy. He doesn't stop.
Crazy.
And it doesn't help when he's just like, he just shouts randomly, football. I'm just like, okay. He just enjoys being a menace way too much.
And after that, then he go eat 3 sandwiches.
Yep, pretty much. Yeah. He called somebody a no-no word on Hard Knocks. He goes, I'm sorry, I was just getting in the mood for the game. I'm like, too late.
Damage is done.
He's the best. That's our mixed bag. Back after this.
WQ.
Who am I to disagree?
Welcome back to the Tobin and Leroy show.
What happened?
Our boy
He
said
gotta go do. He gotta peace out.
Peace out.
I thought he was gonna be gone before that. To be honest with you.
Yeah. I'm glad he was able
did
to stay
say-
as long as he was here.
Yeah.
He did what he
So-
could.
He
Yeah.
did what he could indeed,
So-
and we're here to pick up the slack.
So, what did you guys do for Thanksgiving? Family thing. You had all of the.
JFig, I'll let you go first on this one.
For Thanksgiving, I did what I do every year. I go to my aunt's house, and we had a smaller group this time, but it was still a good time to be around my family, which I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah. What did we have turkey? Or did we have
There was turkey.
ham, or did you do a pig?
Oh,
Turkey. It was turkey.
And
No
no
pig?
ham? No ham?
No ham this year, no.
What?
Since it was less people, we just decided to keep it simple.
You know what? The greatest thing that I missed for the holidays, and this is one of the benefits of always cooking, is leftover turkey and ham sandwiches. That spiral ham sandwich the next day, glorious.
yeah.
Glorious.
For an extra day, it just marinates in the goodness.
Yep. How about you, tadpoles? Where we at? We just have some tadpoles over.
So I did the same. I feel like a lot of people had smaller Thanksgivings this year. I'm not sure why. That seemed to be a common theme. But prior to that, I got some news that I don't know if I was necessarily prepared for. And it's said I'm officially washed, Leroy. I found out that I was officially washed. And let me tell you when it became apparent. Every year I do a turkey bowl, right? And usually every year, not because I'm the commissioner and the person who brings the trophy, but every year I end up having a great performance. I end up taking home MVP. Yep, end up winning. This year, I was a regular Josh Allen out there. I think my final stat line was about 3 interceptions, if I'm not mistaken. A couple complaints. I cheated. I was just cheating on the field a couple times. I was pulling people's flags when they weren't looking.
You know what's a good thing? You lost.
Yeah, no, it wasn't even close. It wasn't even close. I believe one time I scrambled and like kind of like jogged for about 3 yards. Needed a playoff. Really tired.
So you say you out of shape?
Am I? I am arguably in the worst shape of my life, and it wasn't apparent until this most recent Turkey Bowl. So I did what any other aging, millennial does, and I went home and blamed my son, and it was his fault because he has robbed me of my youth. And I know that I got to get back to it, but that took me out for the rest of the day. I was asleep Thanksgiving at like 9:30. Also, I gotta ask a question.
After a 3-yard jog?
Oh my god! And honestly, I was probably walking a majority of the time, and I just realized that like, what am I doing here? What's going on? Why am I so damn exhausted?
So was it family, or just friends?
I usually have a nice group of friends that wakes up every morning, or like every Thanksgiving morning. We meet, we play football. It's probably about 15 to 20 of us. And the competition is at a healthy level. It's not like those guys that are attempting to recapture whatever they lost in high school,
right?
That have like crazy play packages and this
he
guy
coming to the Turkey Bowl with a script.
Exactly. He has like an Iverson sleeve on and like on the paint. I'm like, what are we doing here, dude? I don't want to do that. So it's less, it's competitive, but it's not like that, and it's fun. The thing that I like to focus on, game ops. Let me be honest. This is what I did this year. I got those jerseys that they wear to practice, the pennies that they put over their stuff.
Oh yeah.
I got those this year. I got some of the field paint, allegedly, because I don't know if I was allowed to paint this field that was behind the school, but I painted the end zone. And let me just say, it is
You're a mess. You're
way harder to paint a straight line with your hand than I had anticipated. So the end zone may or may not have been crooked, but it is what it is. It's a part of the game.
Hey, so my son used to do that.
Turkey Bowl?
They used to play Turkey Bowl every Thanksgiving morning at like 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
So a few years ago, I said, what happened? No Turkey Bowl? He said, "Nah, man. The last 3 years, somebody blew out a knee."
See, and that's
So he said, "I gotta let that go."
yeah, that's the rough part, man. I'm not trying to recapture my youth, so I understand where people want to take it easy. I get it.
I played on.
I did a
Thanksgiving
turkey
once.
trot
That's
once.
A
turkey
turkey
trot.
trot.
A
What is
turkey
that?
trot.
Yeah,
I
what is
forgot how many miles I had to run, but let me tell you,
what?
the last time I actually ran, it
Well,
was the worst.
Wait, you called it a turkey trot. You didn't call
That's
it a
what it was
turkey
called.
run.
But it was
So
a turkey trot.
you just a whole bunch of people show ponying, like just
Yeah,
running like.
I think it was sponsored by Publix or something. I don't know. I don't know.
I made my first
Just
turkey.
that's the last time I ever did it.
You made your first turkey?
Yeah, is it true that you can't just put it in the oven like a rotisserie chicken? I just thought you could just put it in the oven.
You got to keep basting it. You got to brine it. You got to inject it to keep it moist. It's
I
hard to
was
keep
like-
it's hard to keep a turkey moist.
So was your turkey dry?
Unless you deep fry it.
So okay, I was just gonna throw that bad boy in there and just be like, I don't know, it's gonna cook, right? But my fiance just kind of saw that what I was doing and like a child just kind of rubbed my head, like, oh, you sweet boy. And she put it in a bag. You ever seen a turkey in a bag before?
Yes, with the keep it
So, yeah.
juicy.
I don't know what the hell that was, but I was like, no, can I just use like a Publix bag, or does this have to be a certain
No,
kind?
it's a special. It's a baking bag, dude. What are you doing?
What? I had no idea a baking bag existed. I didn't know you could put bags in the oven. So yeah,
That's why
luckily
it's
she
a
came
baking
in-
bag, so you could bake it in the oven.
Well, she came through clutch, and
You put the juices stay in the bag and keep it moist. Yeah.
Man, I almost dropped the ball on that one. I'm not gonna lie to you, that would have been bad. It would have
So
been.
did you end up liking the turkey or what?
Yeah, the turkey was actually the best part. We made food for like 10 people, even though it was just me, her, and the baby. We just like we wanted to feel like we were feasting, you know. So that was good. But
So
you know,
you just did turkey, no ham?
yeah, I did. I
Why
did
is the
turkey.
ham losing traction on Thanksgiving?
You know why? Because I feel like that's like you need a lot of people to do a ham.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
Ham survives longer than turkey because the ham is when you get to like listen, a ham is already sliced for you. So the sandwiches in the next coming days are delicious, right? The turkey, you still fighting to pick the meat off of certain parts or whatever.
Yeah.
It's not sliced for you. You know what I mean? So it's a different, like I like turkey, but leftover turkey has a moisture problem, right? After a couple of days, it gets pretty dry.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely see that. That's definitely one of the drawbacks of turkey. You know, I had my first experience carving a turkey. I felt like an adult.
Yeah.
It was very difficult though, and I kind of took a couple L's there. There's, you know, it's got like rib cages and like a lot of bones.
You cut around you first, dude. First things
But you
first.
know what? You learned, and now
Yeah.
you're gonna do better next year.
First things first.
Yeah.
You rip off all the wings and stuff like that, right?
Oh,
So
I
you
should
rip that off.
Yeah, I should have.
Right.
Yeah.
Then all you sitting there is with the breast on
Mm.
both sides, and then you slice until you get down by the bone. Right? You can't just go. You got to know which way you slicing, so
Oh, I
you
will.
get all of the. You can't just go. You just took it and went like, yeah.
Willy nilly.
You should have called one of us.
I should have.
They say you should ask JFig how to cut a bird.
I honestly should have. It was.
I was
difficult.
watching my aunt do it, and it's very simple. So
Wow.
No, because if you like,
it's like
if
you
get
said.
it
It's like you said.
the
You get the
angle,
wings
right.
and everything. Mhm.
right, and then you just cut the breast along that, and then go on the other side, right? And then the rest of the stuff is just pickings because you had already ripped all that off. You cut the bones off. You only got 2 turkey legs. I used to always, when I cook the turkey, I
Yeah.
get a little pack of like 4 or 5 turkey legs, and then I cook them separately. So when I put it on the table, you got your carved turkey, you got 5 or 6 turkey legs. Because some people just like the turkey legs. Turkey legs are delicious.
See, that's why you're an
Okay.
expert. Dude. That's why you're an expert.
I'm not an expert. We had Italian.
For Thanksgiving, you had Italian?
Yeah, because
Nice.
This year,
like,
right?
yeah,
This year.
this
Thursday.
year, yeah.
Okay.
Because we originally we were gonna go to Tobin's, but like, yeah, that's too much.
Yeah.
And because she already had family, they already had family in town, so you couldn't like just do nothing. And I
Yeah.
didn't want to put that pressure on them. So we was like, okay, fine. What do we want to do? Because everybody else finds the sister-in-law, her kids, nieces, they all went on a cruise.
And how was that? How was the cruise for them? I've never. These are all different ideas.
They sent me a picture.
Yeah,
you're not back yet, right?
And no, they got back. He's back now.
Okay.
And that cruise looked like when the University of Michigan rushed the field after the Ohio State game.
Oh, it was packed.
He was like, "Oh my goodness."
Oh no!
It was so many people. It was a ghetto cruise, right?
Oh, nice.
You know the holiday cruise that's not very expensive but cheap, right?
Oh, so even lower. Okay, yeah, all right, that's fun.
So, so they did that, but we said, okay, well, my mother-in-law was in Boca watching their dog when they left, and I'm like, that sucks. Mima can't be by herself, so I'll find a restaurant and we'll just go, eat with Mima. So it was horrifying. It was horrifying, a restaurant, first of all.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
It was really hard. So we found one because Rebecca wanted gnocchi. Right.
Wow.
So we found an Italian restaurant. We go to Italian restaurant.
I didn't even know what gnocchi was when I was her age.
Oh, it's terrible. It's so good. Let me tell you. So
good.
And then they have some Italian places make different types. So you can have it with the red sauce. You can have it with the white sauce, the clam. Get you some gnocchi.
Yeah.
It's probably, I think it's most fattening pasta you could have. Because
it's also the most filling.
Yes, because it's stuffed with cheese. So little cheese,
I'm definitely in.
like little pasta balls stuffed with cheese. Right?
Well, it's potato, pretty much, right?
It's potato?
Is it?
They're like potato balls.
Huh.
Is it potato?
Some of them are.
It's a little.
Some of them are.
Let's see.
All I know is it's delicious.
It's small
It's
lumps
good.
of dough.
Small lumps of dough.
Yeah, composed of a simple combination of flour, egg, salt, which usually is what the hell pasta is made out of, and potato.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's actually like a mixture of both.
Can I just tell you?
Yeah.
You can never, you eat one and you can't stop.
Yeah, I gotta get me some gnocchi.
One day. Okay, so I have a friend who does it. Okay, we went to a restaurant once and I ordered gnocchi and she ordered a salad.
What?
This girl started trying to pick at my gnocchi and I
No.
smacked her hand.
Yes.
And I said, "You deal with your salad and leave mine alone."
Yes.
I ate so much so
Dude.
quickly because I didn't want her to touch my gnocchi.
Jeez.
I had the biggest stomach ache afterwards. I ate it too
Dude.
fast.
Listen, it is definitely filling, right? And it's awesome. Like you just like you'll eat one, right? Like you can't try anybody's gnocchi. You know why? Because you're gonna eat one, then you want to eat another one, then you want to eat another one.
I just want to try it.
No,
and then no, she ended
can't
up
try
liking it too much.
Dang.
So yeah, that's what we got. She got that. I got some veal. And other than that, it was pretty good. So it was more about making sure Mima wasn't by herself, you know what I mean?
It's very nice.
Than what we were actually eating, because that would suck. Like how you gonna, y'all having Thanksgiving, you ain't even gonna try to do something with Mima. That didn't seem right. So I talked to Mel, I said we gotta go do something with Mima. We did that. Mission accomplished for Thanksgiving, spend time with friends and family, and get ready for that Friday, because you know that Friday was a heater. We had all kind of action, right? So
And you saw
that was fun.
us,
And then I went
which-
to, you know
which
what?
meant a lot to
How about
me.
this? I was watching the Canes game and watching the Dolphins game, right? And I was getting ready to, because I went golfing that morning. I came back, it was early. I was like, great, I'm gonna take a shower, get ready. And I was getting ready to say, you know what? I'm gonna go watch the second half of the Dolphins game in the jacuzzi, right? Get some exercise in the pool. And I was like, damn, quarter deck. And
Yeah.
it just hit me. I said I was gonna go over there. Let me go over there. And I gotta tell you, quarter deck. If you take that arugula off that hamburger,
Okay.
it's delicious.
Yeah.
Right?
Nice.
Because it seemed like If you ran out, they just ran out in the back over on the side of the building and plucked some leaves. Right. Right. Arugula. Stop. But it was and you know how they got me.
Tater tots?
Yeah.
Oh,
they don't use fries, they use tater
right.
tots. What?
Yeah, and you know what? I'll give you credit. You didn't order the tater tots.
I didn't order the tater tots.
Order it.
That's
But it
they
came.
come
Tell you what.
standard.
But he ate them and he didn't say anything about like take these back. It's his kids'
Oh
food.
yeah,
You ate
because
it.
you know, once you see those tater tots, I'll sprinkle a little pepper on them, and then I with the ketchup.
I don't like this. Date South says Marcos's head is built like gnocchi. Not a fan.
Wow.
We're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, you guys ready for All Right? Oh no,
We are.
Well, we also need headlines.
Oh yeah, those headlines and what we did for Thanksgiving were brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Supercenter. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
Back after this. Welcome back to the Tobin and Leroy show right here on 560 WQAM. Time now for our favorite Monday game. We're going to list our all right and oh no.
Oh no.
Leroy, what do you got?
My all right is going to go to the Dolphins and the Canes. Very entertaining. They pulled it out. I like to see TVD bounce back. Didn't know the health issues he had until then, and it was terrifying to hear them explain it. And so I feel bad for him, in that, a lot of times athletes, you don't know the full length of what they're going through to get on the field. And I just think that, man, he was pretty banged up, and they treated him like he was 100% healthy, as we all thought.
Yeah.
So that's unfortunate. So I hope he bounces back. And I hope they don't, it's funny because it seems like Mario Cristobal don't care. Like, yo, you make up your mind, right? Like, it's a crazy thing that what that guy went through to try to be on the field, and you hold it against him, right? That's unfortunate. That's the nature of it, though, man, because they don't ever want to tell you what the injuries are, and we sit here and grade these guys or these kids or these men like they're 100%, and they're really not. So, kudos to all those guys. I mean, TVD for, and the Canes and Dolphins. The Canes have played their 3 best consecutive weeks. Didn't win them all, but as far as competitive, offensively, defensively, I think the last 3 games, if we could have got that all year, they could have been a 10-win team easily. So, my oh no is going to go to who's a quarterback on that stepped out of bounds on ESPN?
Dan
Orlovsky. Dan Orlovsky. And here's why.
You get your oh no?
He's my oh no.
All right.
From the beginning of my existence, there's only 2 things that I look forward to on Thanksgiving Day.
Mm-hmm.
The first one I cannot do without, and that is sweet potato pie.
Oh, yeah.
So even though I went and ate Italian, you best on Wednesday, I went to Sam's and bought a sweet potato pie and put it in my refrigerator. So when I got back home, I had some sweet potato pie. The other one is pecan pie. I could do without it, but if it's there, if it's at a get together, I'm gonna be in there. And that's one of the few times I eat ice cream. Okay.
A la mode.
Yeah, little piece of. Now you got to be careful to your newcomers to pecan pie. When you heat it up, I don't know what that stuff is in the middle, but it keeps its temperature for like an hour. You will burn your innards going at it right away. Let it cool off.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know what it is. Like it's some kind of goo or something, but it's delicious. But Dan Orlovsky,
yes,
sent out a tweet. And his tweet was, you can take pecan pie and sweet potato pie and throw them in the trash. They're garbage.
What?
Yes.
You've been so active on Twitter recently. I love it.
What's up, man?
I took offense to this.
Being very controversial too.
Did you respond?
That was it. Yes, I did.
Oh,
exactly.
I did. I had to defend. I grew up 55 years of living. I ain't never missed the sweet potato pie on Thanksgiving. No, I'm going to fight you.
All right.
I said, Dear Dan, do you know what a Thanksgiving is without sweet potato pie?
Mm-hmm.
Just another damn Thursday.
Wow.
So I will not let you blaspheme against a Southern tradition just because you from up north.
You're always out here protecting his pie.
Don't disrespect sweet potato. I will fight anybody.
Whoa.
And listen, you ain't got to fancy it up. You know, sometimes you go to a restaurant, they feel like they got to overdo it and put a whole lot of additives on it or whatever. Although I will say, sweet potato cream cheese, sweet potato cheesecake.
Okay.
Listen.
Really?
Oh, seems like your stance changed very quickly, Leroy.
No, that's the one thing. That's it.
Yeah.
All other sweet potato or whatever, right? No. But yes, it has to be a part of Thanksgiving. Even if you don't eat it. It's like the cranberry. Nobody eats
Even if
cranberry.
you don't eat it, so it's there to decorate the table?
Yes.
Gotta be there.
Even, wait, how many years?
It's
Wait,
like flowers.
Wait, can I tell you? Do you know how many years as a kid we went through carnage at the table? And after everybody had ate, because we used to eat at like 12, 1 o'clock, so you could catch that, second game. After everybody was done, this is what I heard for the first 10 years of my childhood. Damn it! Forgot the cranberry sauce.
Okay.
It's just sitting in the refrigerator. Just because you can you can flick it and it just, but it's delicious. My whole childhood we kept forgetting it. And then
I love how Leroy has to do the demonstration of the wiggle.
Yeah, and then let me tell you. So then when we would cook, my wife got it in her mind that she had to make cranberry sauce from scratch with the cranberries. And I'm like, what are you doing? No, go get the little 39 centers, right? 2 for $1 in the gelatin aisle, whatever that it's in the aisle with canned vegetables, but I question vegetable is used, that term is used loosely, and get 2 of those. No, I used to have to go and sneak around and get a can. Right now, I bet you I got 2 cans of cranberry in the food, the hamper. Yeah, because we forgot. So yeah, that's my Dan Orlovsky. You bum. Don't ever put your mouth on sweet potato pie like that. I will fight you.
Jeez.
Oh, no. I will fight you. I know there's people out there. There's something during the holidays you got to have. You go over to somebody's house and they ain't got it, you don't even want to be there.
Wow, he would have walked out of my family's house.
No, I told you. No.
Yeah, same. I had
You know what I told Tobin? I told Tobin.
We had fun.
I will bring something. And I'll bring a sweet potato pie because I know y'all white folks ain't got no sweet potato pie. Y'all gonna be eating pumpkin pie. I'm gonna bring some sweet potato pie and change your life a little bit. I would have definitely. I know y'all gonna be flying it up, right? Yep, so I'd have brought a sweet potato pie and a pecan pie and bring some culture in your life. Some culture. The pie.
Passionate.
My dad is fine.
Yes. Hey, I'll give him a piece, but you know what? Next time I see your dad, bring the other guy. I'm gonna be friends with that guy, with your cousin's dad. Yeah.
Well, it would have to been a day where he's actually here because he lives in Texas. But okay.
Okay, but that's all right. I'll wait.
Well, the only unfortunate part is he doesn't speak English.
We'll make it work. Just sit next to me and look mean.
Conversate with the eyes. It's all the eyes.
That's right.
JFig, what is your all right?
All right, my all right goes to Mike McDaniels being once again one of the most interesting coaches in the league.
Yep.
Apparently, news broke that he met his wife by stealing her from one of his players.
Yeah, running
backs that he coached back in 2010 was
That's
dancing.
why he tried to make it up to running backs?
Yeah, ever since then, he's become a running back guru.
Well, he was dancing with her, and he basically threatened him off the team. He said, if you don't stop dancing with her, then you're going to be cut from the team. And guess what? They're married now.
Wow.
Look at that.
What would you do in that situation, Leroy?
Why?
What would you do in that situation?
I would say, hey, don't hate the player, hate the game.
Yeah, like I'd say, listen, running backs coach. I don't think that. I think it's above your.
But let's be clear. Let's be clear. And this ain't a knock on nobody, right? Was he really in there, right? If she just went and danced with Mike anyway, right? I think he was overstating, right, where he was, right? Because if you can just do a drive-by, make a couple of comments, and get somebody girl, she wasn't your girl to start off with.
Yep.
See what I'm saying? So at that point, if it was that easy, right? I'm like, if you're thinking, look, and if you the running back, you thinking like this, this girl or career, this girl career. I choose career. Bye. Like, so y'all wasn't like, it wasn't like that. We ain't making it sound like he stole somebody's girlfriend. He was just dancing with somebody. What's up? How you doing?
He said, I'll take it from here.
Could you imagine? Wait, could you imagine the first conversations you have with Mike McDaniel when he start going, what would Socrates do? right.
He won her over.
Can you imagine what his game was like? Because listen, he's very smart, but he does always talk like he's nervous, right?
Yeah, for sure.
He has. So just imagine.
You never know. He's probably very charming, and I'm sure he is.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Handsome.
He is a wait. I know one thing. He's a tiny fella, right?
How tall is he?
He's tiny. Dude, he runs around on the sideline. He still looks like the ball boy. He's tiny.
Let's see. Mike McDaniel height. They got him at 5'9".
Yeah. So 5'9". If he's 170,
if
he's 170, it's an upset.
I'll tell you what, though, they were making some rumors that he was actually 3 days ago. He was getting roasted for wearing clown-size shoes that are way too big for him. Apparently, they're saying that they always say that he has like these fancy shoes on.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of pictures were coming out showing the gap between where his foot ends and where the shoe ends. They're saying that he's wearing shoes that are way too big for him just because of the rarity of the shoe. Like, when you can't find it in your size, so you get like maybe one size bigger. Apparently, they're saying that he's getting it 3 to 4 sizes bigger,
even
just because of the rarity.
That he keeps, that they keep putting on the screen.
The off-whites are what they're referring to, if I'm not mistaken.
I haven't actually noticed.
You know how hard they are to get? But here's what you can't do. Can I make a small suggestion, Mike?
I actually met that guy.
If you are gonna do something like that, don't wear sweatpants and pull them up to your knees because it make your feet look even bigger, right?
Don't let me see your socks.
Wait, pull the pants down, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
But
he wears those pants too, like in a certain way that me.
Yeah, you got a little.
You're lagging.
You think it's me personally, the guy connected to the computer area in this place? The Wi-Fi never lags here. What are you guys talking about? It's totally reliable here, always. I've never had an issue. I've never had to submit a ticket either.
Hey.
Well, my own no. So we can move on with this segment.
Yes.
Goes to Black Friday shopping.
Oh, what you participated in?
Oh no!
I participated in.
Oh, you went to the mall.
I went to the mall.
So great.
And honestly, I didn't think it would be that intense because, well, yeah, previous Black Friday, but previously when I've gone to Black Friday, it's never been that intense.
You know
then
why?
again, it was in Miami. It was not over there.
You know why it's even more? Because they didn't do the 12 o'clock thing. Usually it opens up at, remember all the stores open up at 12 on Thanksgiving?
But they didn't do that. Stop doing that for quite some time.
Yeah, but that's why it's so crowded on Friday morning.
I don't know. I mean, it took like almost an hour to find parking. It was absolutely ridiculous. I really wanted to leave, but I had to be in the area, so I just had to.
And so you drove down early then?
No, I did.
Oh, man, that's terrible. You should have hollered at your boy. I could have got you in.
Whose side?
That's right down the street from my house.
And
keep in mind, JFig, there was also a hockey game.
Oh, that's right.
And nobody parks at the arena.
But during that time?
They go early.
Wait, no,
man.
but it wasn't. It was a home game or no?
I think it was a home game. They were the only
think
ones
it was
playing
a
at
home-
home. The Pens were the only team playing at home.
Yeah, against Edmonton, I think.
Yeah,
So it was a home game.
yeah.
I believe so. Yeah,
Listen,
that's where all your parking.
I listen. I don't wish that upon nobody.
That's
Because Mel went to waste some time, right? She wanted to take Rebecca and go hang out at the mall. She's like, "Oh no, this is terrible. This is terrible." Because Mel thinks that she could, when she's parking, she thinks she can just go up in the front of the aisle, make the sign of the cross, and somebody gonna mysteriously back out.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. So I'm like, I can't go with y'all. You do too much praying for a parking spot. We can't. Right?
She's using vibes.
Yeah. Like
mind control.
Like I'm like, just find a parking spot. In the time that you wait trying to find a close parking spot, you could have just parked way over there and walked your ass in the mall.
Well, there was no option that day.
That's when people park on the outer bands in the grass.
That's
Yeah.
exactly what was happening.
Yeah. Oh, you can't go on Black Friday. What's wrong with you?
My
Oh.
cousin really wanted to go.
And then what you do when you
So
got
we
there?
went.
Nothing. There was too many people. You can't even do nothing.
We got into the one of the stores and we got, because I went for some sweaters, since y'all know I don't own sweaters, and I'll be
Sweaters?
leaving on a trip soon. Yeah.
You going to sweater? You going to a cold place?
Yes, sir.
You ain't gonna survive. You better get them little hand warmers.
I will always survive.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
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 Marcos?
My all right goes to me because I mean, look, I was down. They thought that I was defeated.
Why?
They thought that I was defeated, and your boy leapfrogged over the competition.
He's so humble.
Yes. They
Oh,
thought I was down, man. I told you, man. You can't. I'm an NFL insider, guys. NFL insider. I had to go 3-0 in order for me to be in this position, and I did what I needed to do. So I get my all.
Your texts were not mature at all.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey.
You out here saying someone's maturing, but it ain't you.
Yeah. I
No,
mean,
I was
you guys will realize, and I tell you this every month, Tobin always loses these things because he picks teams on feel good, petty, and goosies.
I talked to
Well,
him
Marcos
Friday.
needs to be careful because if he makes that a target, he's gonna get petty.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
Look, I talked to Tobin on Friday, and his first thing out of his mouth was, "Why the hell did I pick the Seahawks? What the hell was that?"
That's why I didn't pick them. Remember, they just
Hey.
every time I pick them, they
I-
do me wrong.
I tried to play real conservative, like no big spreads, no.
Leroy, you about to go
Right.
over. You about to go
My
over.
big spreads,
That's right.
they
Yeah.
help me out.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
did. Like Thursday's games were little shocked that Detroit ate it. They finally got people wanting to see them on Thanksgiving, and they were terrible, right? And then are we shocked that the San Diego player coach ain't fired yet?
Yeah, I'm shocked. I'm definitely shocked. I mean, I know they've had
Yes,
the
look,
past couple weeks, but I'm shocked.
Reich has a excuse, right? They're working through a lot of stuff there, and they don't have the talent. They don't have that excuse with the Chargers. That's a playoff ready team.
Yep. My oh no though is gonna go to
no.
T.I. You guys familiar with the rapper T.I.?
Yeah.
Yup.
Actually, it's not gonna go to him. It's gonna go to his son, King. And I'm gonna tell you why. I saw some ridiculous stuff going on at the Atlanta Falcons game, including Ludacris rappelling from the ceiling, which I thought was just ridiculous, right?
Wait, what?
And that's because, yeah, I know he was rappelling from the ceiling while, and I was just like, I don't think this is a good look for Ludacris.
Is it
But
Ludacris?
nonetheless,
Was it Ludacris or it was
yeah,
him?
no, it was definitely Luda, and it was because the Atlanta Falcons are celebrating the 50th anniversary of hip hop. So, they have a performance from various Atlanta rappers. Atlanta has a thriving hip hop scene. So T.I. performed, right? Everyone's familiar with T.I.
Yeah.
Pretty
have whatever you like.
correct. So now,
Yeah.
following this, his son King and him are in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in a booth, in one of the booths that they have, obviously, for celebrities. And his son King begins to speak and respond to criticism that, he didn't live this street life he proclaims. King, T.I.'s son, begins to speak on how he grew up in the hood and how he, quote unquote, stood on business, right? T.I., hearing this in the background, begins to mock his son, who was on an Instagram live, and begins to tell everyone on his Instagram live how he grew up in a gated community and sucked on a pacifier till he was 12 years old.
That's what dads do, baby. T.I.
Hold on.
This actually led to a physical altercation that ensued between King and his father, T.I.
Who's a real thug, by the way. Real
Absolutely.
thug. Not gated
Thug.
community thug.
King can be heard pleading to T.I. to get off of him, and you can see T.I. come into frame to subdue his son. He apparently succeeded as T.I. secured King in a headlock and told him, "Boy, you can't do nothing with me. Ain't bleep you can do with me," as multiple people in the background can be heard pleading for King to stop.
Hey, probably not the way you want to go about getting street cred.
That's crazy.
Getting choked out by your dad who's calling you a liar. But listen.
-1 for lying.
Wait, we know, like, I grew up in the hood, right? But that ain't nothing what my dad and my grandfather, my uncle went through. So I know, don't mess with them, right? They got real stories. So, hey, your dad told you, hey, son, don't disrespect me by talking about you grew up in the hood. You had that good living. I made money. We had a good situation. Don't disrespect me like that, right? Get out of here, Dad. What? You want to see it? You want to see it? Oh, man, get out of here. Choke him out. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. You think you a man? Wait, how many times? I don't know about you, JFig, but I know my dad has said this to me on a number of occasions. Right? You ready for it? Oh, you think you a man? You think you a man?
Yeah.
You think you a man? Right?
I say that to my son.
All I gotta say is you don't mess with him. So I've never really heard those words.
No.
At least directed towards me.
But I'm just saying, right? Marcos, you done heard that?
Oh yeah,
right?
man. I tell my son that, and he's 6 months old.
You grown now, dude? He can't even talk.
Yeah, exactly.
I ain't no disrespect. Wait,
he gives me look.
Disrespect only comes with words, dude.
He says, "Don't cry," and what does he do?
I'm like,
so
so you just gonna poop right there like that, and I say nothing about it? You think you're a man now? Sometimes you gotta check him.
You have absolutely no idea what's in store for you. None. Dude,
I want to see. I want to witness Marcos and
the
his
problem
son just one day.
Hey, everybody think their young boy gonna be rough and tumble, right?
Yeah.
And you gonna realize that it might not be the case because you gonna go at him like, "Hey, man, toughen up."
Yeah, I'm not ready for that.
You ain't ready for that. You ain't ready for crying. Waterworks for everything. Oh, I can't wait.
Those tantrums.
Oh, the tantrums.
Hopefully we'll be back tomorrow at full strength if Tobes and everything goes well. If not, you can catch me, Leroy, and JFig right here tomorrow at the same time. Good luck. Hope everything goes well. Tobin family. We'll be back tomorrow. Everyone, thank you for joining us. That's our show.
1, 2, 3, time to get into hockey.